like my least favorite comic book fact.
That's why it's one of my favorites.
Y'all can spread.
Ah, yes.
Leg room.
Yes. Bitch.
Oh, there it is.
You've been struck by a truck.
You've been struck by a duck.
Are you okay?
Now.
We have some housekeeping stuff to go through.
Housekeeping.
So, yes, kitty cat. I might... I don't know how Grace is going to be. Probably normal. We're going to go with this.
If we use that joke once in this campaign, I have a feeling we're going to
I have
rocks fall, everyone dies.
It'll work perfectly.
I've already died.
So have I. You're not special.
Pre-existing condition.
No, it's fucking
Don't
not.
you even start.
That's a very pre-existing condition.
Yeah.
The pre in that existence is pre-Empire.
Well, his death was after the Empire was technically...
We don't know that for sure. All we know is a general age.
I do.
Age of shit.
No, that's a known. That's a known.
I like how big the numbers are on these silicon dice.
Makes them easy to read. It's because they're meant to go far. I'm going to have to look at them from across the table.
Alright, bro. Jaffa cakes. Range and chocolate.
They're biscuit, actually.
Shut the fuck up.
Technically, they are. Because taxed under the biscuit tax. It was a big thing, actually,
Do we still have
on
our...
whether or not.
Yes, and the licorice root. And licorice is from the licorice.
On whether or not. I forget if it was Jaffa cakes or not, but there was a specific type of cake or cookie or biscuit or something that nobody knew exactly what it was, and there was a biscuit tax in the UK, so they had to figure out what the fuck it was, and they basically defined what a biscuit is.
The
So,
biscuit.
that we had a similar situation in America. With toys, specifically the difference between a doll and action figure.
Okay, I can see the word action in action figure. I imagine carries
Um,
the doll.
I think action figure wasn't the right term. Doll and something else, but a doll in American cadence was very much like an American Girl doll, or like a one of those like rag doll things. Like that's a doll. To not be a doll, you had to be, one of the major things was to be objectively and grossly non-human. And so, like, other than, like, a beast or crawler or being, like, hard plastic, was not a qualifier. So the material didn't matter. And this came up in a podcast I listened to because Hasbro at the time hired 2 lawyers to argue on the behalf of their Marvel X-Men toy line, which is a bunch of people-looking things, and go from there and argue to the customs board about how each one of these is not a doll. And like, so they started with the easy ones like Beast and Cyclops, I guess. No, who's the other one? The all-metal dude. Colossus and stuff like that.
Iron Man.
I mean, you make a fair point.
But then, like, they had to argue that, like, Professor X was something else. And, like, Professor X is just a dude in a chair. And, like, they had to argue that, like, no, he's more than that and stuff like that. He was not normal. He was more than normal. Like, the big joke about this was they were arguing the antithesis of the entire mutant, like, themology. Which is that, like, we're not different. We're all the same. We're all, like, members of this giant community. While the lawyers are arguing to the customs board that, like, no, these guys are different.
Yeah,
See,
these guys
they're
aren't
not
people.
Yep, they're not the same. They're wrong. And like, they had to do that with Wolverine, and they had a version of Wolverine without his claws out, and so they used his grimacing eyes as the example. And just like he had an animalistic nature, and just like we're getting real close to a lot of.
Okay,
See his eyes? I wouldn't give him right, would you?
It was a lot of that.
No. Let's go to the quote.
pencil.
No.
I write down any of those names that.
You may have pencil.
So,
No, I
A lot.
could have Wanda, right? The person who's making your clothing.
Yeah, because there was a Cosmo joke somewhere in there.
Yeah. I need to change this then, because I have it down as an older version, and I didn't like it. Which
Do we still have our bonus health?
no, that lasts us for 24 hours.
And we've gone.
One. Okay.
51 hit.
I
Oh
got,
shit, I didn't roll
I
for
rolled-
new
I'm
health.
pretty sure I rolled
I rolled max.
I roll like a 4.
Yeah.
out of
4 out of 10.
Uh,
6 then, yeah?
Yes.
Do you see his eyes? I won't give him rights to do ever 2022. That is officially added to the quote book.
See if I can't look up all of you. I just want to know
Created
if I
by,
can do it
you
without
brutally killed their
cooking.
horse. Their horse started it. Alex Huff and Michael 2022.
Fucking Matthias. The worst part is
Was
that
a
fucker's
D10.
still alive somewhere.
Just
Like
in
we
the
don't,
house.
we collectively don't know that. But Matthias
That's
is
true.
alive somewhere.
We like
And
visit,
very, very upset with this.
we visit hell like one day for some stupid fucking reason. We run there and it was like, you.
I will say, a lot of people seem interested in planar stuff, so I will probably be incorporating that.
I
Yeah.
love planar shit. But it's so cool to me. Other planes. No, I'm
I
thinking
was
more
about to make noises.
Boeing 747.
Where is that?
Next to Mechanus.
This plane itself is just fucking Primus.
I love the idea that like you can take a
my
plane to
favorite
the
band.
different planes.
Probably been a joke in multiple campaigns. How do you have 3 health?
I was
He
asking.
hasn't healed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would do it.
Dude, it's been 2 days.
How is your
You should-
max
you
health
should put a
46?
bandage on
Because your
that.
previous max health was 44.
Hmm? Oh no, I didn't roll health yet.
Oh, okay.
65
Go ahead.
now.
That makes much more sense. I'll wait till you're done.
I have
Oop.
which is
Yeah. There we go.
What you
I feel like
get?
above average
I rolled a
for
9.
Nice.
Rolled like
You get a plus 10 as a ranger? For
I
D10?
accidentally did 56.
Yeah, I get a D10.
Wow.
I got 50.
I was also kind of like trying to think of it. I'm like, I roll a D8 or is it a D10, and had to check my own character's hit dice.
That looked like an uh-oh face.
It's an because I've forgotten a very important piece of information.
Don't
How does the American date system work?
Month, day, year.
Month, day, year. Okay.
Which I...
I thought you were talking about D&D still, but no.
I just looked at my phone. It's like Saturday, November 12th. How do I write that?
I'm of the opinion that our month, day, year is superior. I know that doesn't sound right, but it's because
No, I like it too.
the 15th of January is very different than the 15th of September.
I like having the like
July.
group
Yep.
of days first. I think it makes it more real.
Yep. Because like, I was like, it's the 15th. Like 15th of fucking what? Like, alright, give me like the month first, and I can give like, alright, when fall or winter.
I'm with you.
Because we have seasons. They like, you know, kind of on shuffle sometimes, but
Not the UK, where season is overcast. That's a British joke.
yes.
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
At least in the south and Scotland, north,
And Seattle.
and the Midlands and Wales. Yeah.
It's an entire fucking cluster of islands.
You know, it's gonna be easy to say the whole thing. What's your new top?
Huh?
Darwin.
Oh,
I'm-
I was like, that's a personal question. Oh, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, good.
That's
You did it.
drawing a blank on simple math. 57. That's my new Mac.
Okay.
Change that.
Does anybody's
Quickly.
passive perception, insight, or investigation has changed?
Mine shouldn't have.
I don't believe so, but
Exactly one thing has changed for me.
Got speed.
Your health?
Well, it's exactly 2 things. Might be
Has your racism gotten stronger?
racism. I'm not a racist dude.
What you got?
It's a normal human. Faster movement speed.
Oh, that's
I'm
fine.
not a racist dude. I'm a normal human. So you keep saying contradictions.
And different kinds of, like,
Your passive is still 1621 with your amulet, right?
that's true.
Good. Okay.
I have a climb speed and a swim speed now.
Nice.
Nice.
What's your
Like from
swim?
Ranger or from?
Yeah, that's just a ranger thing.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Your climb speed.
30.
We have climb speed now?
I have
Yeah.
climb speed now.
I don't.
Swim speed 35. Walk speed 35.
I'm Dragonborn now.
What?
I have resistance to lightning.
Oh shit.
How about you go fuck yourself?
Not just lightning though.
Not just lightning.
And
thunder,
thunder.
too.
You told me.
Very, very frightening.
He is.
Yeah.
Galileo,
Galileo.
Galileo.
Galileo Philo.
Magnifico! He's just.
You walk 65.
Yeah, over a stack of flying.
Yeah, fucking cold, dummy.
He doesn't know that.
Sorry, my new hit point total is 55.
Hi.
Not 57?
Yeah. I was
I'm 60.
looking at what it said my max hit point was, but I already leveled up in D&D Beyond, so it was saying my current was 46
Mhm.
instead of 44. So I
God.
was doing the math from 46.
I did see that 46 and I was interested about that.
Black Crunch Bite tasted like it was outside for a weird haha when you came to get that. Oh my god, my cloak? My cloak smells like ozone.
That was.
Oh. Okay, so that's been refrigerated, so it's basically the same thing. Being outside in October. Also, thank you.
I didn't want
I
it.
kind of stole it.
Kinda. How do you kinda steal something?
Well, because I thought it was mine to take, but it was not.
It was.
So you didn't
Go
steal
away.
it.
Go away.
Go away. Come on.
Did you hear about that Eli Lilly shit?
What?
Where people went on Twitter with the new verification system,
Oh god!
pretended to be them and said insulin is now free.
Yeah!
And then as a result, they lost like 5% of their stock value.
Damn.
Because they had to go in and say, no, actually, that was a lie someone told.
Oh, you need to switch the inputs.
Okay. Well, I'll go upstairs. I'm okay. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. It wasn't too bad. But much closer to the ceiling than I
Is how it is sometimes.
downstairs.
Where'd you go?
Hairspray.
It was showing in the Ohio Theater.
Yep. And it has one of the leads in Columbus.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, it's Nina West. That's not his name. I mean, that's his ag name, but okay.
I think we're just gonna get started, and when everybody gets here, you're done on. Couple things. I mean, I'm gonna repeat myself though when they get here.
Do what?
Hey, the wild branch here.
Speak of the devil and he shall arrive with food. And then.
Double.
I also have Grace's food.
Double food.
Peppermint frosty.
No.
For peppermint frosting?
Yes, they don't have vanilla or strawberry right now. They have peppermint.
Thank you. Aren't you allergic to peppermint?
Well, it's a high likelihood I'm grown out of the actual allergy. Still hate the flavor and taste.
Good. We're planning on making peppermint patties at sometime in the future, and
Do
that's.
not bring them here.
Yeah, no, I
And
don't.
that I know.
Excuse me.
The smell alone gives me headaches.
Also, I don't like the smell either.
Probably a family thing. My cousin and grandfather also hated it.
I thought you were saying that because you and Michael don't like it.
Yeah, we're related, didn't you know? His name's Alex, his name's Alex, that makes us all brothers. Great.
I've been called Andrew by one particular person at my new work because there's an Andrew Huff that's been there for a long time.
Ah,
Weird because I have my cousin Andrew who is Andrew in
it's
Chicago.
the same.
You know, part of the Ohio Department of Taxation that's in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah,
No, we did have offices in Chicago, LA, New York, and all that stuff.
that is hilarious.
That's
It was a common thing back, beforehand with all internet and stuff.
like, hey, I'm in LA and I need to file my taxes.
Ohio. We still field calls from across the world.
Across the world.
Yeah, international companies.
Yeah.
and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I guess, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just
I thought you
sail in
meant
Ohio.
like this guy in the UK got the number for the Ohio Department of Taxation.
Just an accident.
Like, hello, I've come to do. Hello, I've come to file my taxes. My British voice. I'm sorry.
No offense. But yeah, no, it's I don't know. America, we get the privilege because the phone was invented here that our international code is 1. And so, like, if you wanted to call an American number, you just follow it by 1. Which is why,
How you let it with one?
that's what I meant. You lead it with 1. You dial 1 and then the number. While everyone
Is
else
there spoon in there?
No.
is mostly a 3-digit number.
Oh, really? They get 3 fucking digits?
No.
Wow, eat shit.
Because Grace needs a spoon.
Yeah, I know our country code is 1.
A lot of people know it as the long distance
this is
number or
important.
something like that. But
That's
It's
a,
actually, oh,
that's
it's
a
both,
tryhard.
because some places have a long distance and a country code. They have an in code and out code.
oh, that's
There's
a
a
good
whole,
point.
I've got a
Ray
whole
will
thing on my
proceed to
thing
try.
from, on my travels.
You know Iceland?
No, the
Huh?
fork is
You know
for
Iceland,
fries.
Nick?
I think it's 504.
Can you use it
I
for
will-
I will
frosting
give it to you
too.
for when I.
I ate dinner with a knife last night because I just made
What
I
kind
was
of knife?
there. You could have asked me to wash a fork.
Gage.
The knife was easy.
I was also there. Wait a fucking minute.
Yeah, last night.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hung out with them last
After that,
night.
I had another TV dinner.
Oh, you sad, sad man.
Rude. You just
I was a very hungry man.
So you ate some hungry man.
I've been meaning to try those again.
They're a solid fun.
Sounds
a
like a
lot of
TV dinner.
calories.
Anyway, I think we'll get started. So, a couple things to start with. Thank you all for those that have done the survey. It means a lot to me. If you have done it, you get inspiration.
Fuck yeah!
If you already have inspiration, there's something else I'm going to be changing about inspiration. 'Cause, some people bank it and some people don't. I'm changing it into a system that you're allowed to bank. But so normally, if you want to get in just straight advantage, that's 1 inspiration. You want to spend 2 inspirations, you don't get advantage, you get a flat 10.
How would we keep track of the...
D&D Beyond, there's not really a good way. On paper, be something. I would give yourself an item with charges is the best way.
I was gonna say, like, just give yourself something that weighs 0 called inspiration, and just however many of those you have in you is your...
If you want, I can make one of those and send it to people. But just keep that in mind, and you can bank up to 2 now.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. I might increase it to 3 or more. I also thought about having no advantage, just everyone is a flat 5 bonus. But I didn't quite like that. It allows you to like jump up weird things.
I want to get a 43.
So 1 inspiration is still advantage on any D20 roll. Actually, it's more than advantage because even if you had advantage, you can use inspiration. The reroll, you should say. 2 inspirations is a flat 10. You just take 1 of your D20s, you make it a 10. Second thing is to increase handout, but to also not increase my workload too much. I bought something that I want to try out. These are fate cards.
Oh, hey, Robin uses those.
Oh, yeah.
The way I would be using these is outside of combat. If you roll a natural 20, you get a good one. If you roll a natural 1, you get a bad one.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And so you build up. These almost exclusively help during combat. Yes, you can use them outside of combat, especially some of these.
But half of them are like, hey, you get advantage on your next attack roll. You can turn a crit against
Yeah. Or you get to add this die to this save, add die to this ability check and such. Ability check you can use outside of combat, but the saves are very much combat focused. Because these are combat focused, for the most part, you get them outside of combat.
Okay.
It's to encourage just more rolls.
Also, an important thing, the bad ones, Alex gets to keep because he's the one who decides when to use it. The good ones we get to keep because we get to decide when to use it.
So they'll get a sticky note with your character's name on it and play it when I want to. I'm going to pass these around so you guys can actually take a look, so I'm not surprising with too many of them.
A triumphant moment.
Oh, and here's the
You
bad ones.
fumble your sword. No, I rolled the 20.
One of the best ones for me is I can make something that missed you hit you.
Like bounces off like the ceiling. And
And then
that
we just
one
counter
thing.
that. No, I can make a hit into a miss.
Yeah, you
We
can.
just like counterspell.
It would be a thing that the only way to counter one of these cards is with your own card.
Like through that thing that fucking beefcake did. You know, when you were mind controlled and you tried to hit one of us with the got a 1, bounced off, hit you, got a 20, and then we're not mind controlled anymore. That was fucking stupid and glorious at the same time, and I still remember it.
That was the best kind of dumb, and I love that game for it.
Oh,
Oh
keep
my
the hallway and porch lights on.
Oh, okay.
Yes, thank you, Mickey.
I don't have a single napkin.
Grace has some. Oh,
They're not
oh
napkins,
my
but there's some
God.
tissues behind you.
Because I'm eating.
I really like that one. Especially in interact with takes an irrational dislike towards you.
I also like that one.
Oh, they will be drawn randomly.
Yeah.
So, like, you.
Just shuffle, shuffle. Take something from the middle.
But no, a
Don't
natural
mix
20 will get you a good one, a natural 1 will get you a bad one.
Yeah.
So the decks are separate, but what card in it will be shuffled.
Yeah.
But that one was funny because I got that one time, and the next person that we talked to was someone who already hates my guts.
I'm pretty sure it just says, I can decide, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, I was the only NPC we didn't just fight for the rest of the session.
But now they hate you irrationally.
Granted, his hatred was pretty rational before.
I like the fortuitous circumstance ones.
Both of them, yeah. Is there 3 or 2?
I
think there's at least 2, there might be 3. But it's just good things happen.
3.
But like from double loot to this guy suddenly likes us to suddenly the trap is disarmed to
Like,
like
oh, hey, it was a dud.
Fortuitously, Post doesn't fucking hate us for coming in the morning anymore.
would be careful on like continuous effects like that. But like this time when we like bust down his door,
He's in a good mood today.
Listen, we need to go back to Post at like 2:30 in the morning, again. We're just gonna. He's okay with it. I guess 2:30 a.m.
that's actually his operating hours.
Yeah, no,
2:30 p.m.
Oh, there you go.
I
Ooh, that's a brutal one.
What?
You receive the minimum amount of healing possible from any one source.
I actually might take that one out.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
feels like Alex wants you to die card.
Yeah.
No, don't take that
It
out.
just feels weird. Like I was like, I'm either fucking you or fucking whoever's healing you. And
You
I
deal
might
maximum
take that
damage
one.
on this attack.
is
Can I have this one?
oh yeah, there's no trading by the way.
I know, but still.
Yeah, therefore,
I
your
would
character
like-
doing cool things.
I've got food all over me, so I'm just passing them past me.
Yeah, that's going to be implemented as just trying to increase handouts and stuff like that.
Also, I've seen a fair bit of Robin uses them, so I'm not too worried about getting through it.
Yeah, and if they get out of hand, if we ended up rolling to the point that like we actually like are running out of cards or something like that, maybe I'll put some installations or I'll take them back and we'll figure something else out. Or, but for now, I don't think it's going to be much of a hindrance.
I was thinking about a small item on your person goes missing, and then the fountain I have in my backpack disappears. I'm like, I could have sworn this was a little bit heavier just a minute ago.
I could have sworn I was at max encumbrance. Why am I walking?
So what Robin does is he gives them on every roll, but they expire at the end of the session.
Oh, I'm not doing that. No, these are yours to keep track of and think about.
Which I personally like that better than that.
We also run on a tighter clock there, so there's not as much time for like, hey, we spent all time talking versus we were fighting the whole time.
Another thing we are going to institute is this is just to help keep flow and stuff like that, because this action is particularly derailing. Is no more sending of memes during the session.
Understood.
Oh no,
Got
I
it.
made a meme that one session. Never.
It's just it hits everyone's phone. It takes the whole table out and stuff like
Then
that.
one person actually looks at it and like, oh fuck, I've got to look now.
Understood.
So,
And then you get me who looks at it like 10 minutes later and starts laughing.
so no, it's a very particular form. So we're stopping the memes at the table.
Gotcha.
If you would like to save them for like post table, like second we hit 9:30, just hit
Tangent
send.
memes.
Tangent memes.
As soon as it hits 9:30, it's like 80 fucking memes
Ding
pop
ding
up.
ding 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 ding.
I mean, honestly,
Hey,
it's
crazy
still
frog.
preferable to dinging throughout the session.
But yeah,
Really intense.
it was a
moment.
very specific thing. Other than that, though, not
It's like
too
a
bad.
really intense moment in this brace.
Is there a way to shout the
I
name?
look.
Oh, what's his name? The boneless?
Yeah.
Oh, like a
Gunma.
silent function?
No,
Bencrest
What had that
recognized
function?
The boneless.
Something had that function.
he was on
Not
Jeopardy,
the South.
like as a question
Oh yeah,
when I
Yvonne.
was watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
kind
they're
of
not
coleslaw,
original
by the way?
names.
Coleslaw?
Is it
No, I know that,
What's
but
the
I
sauce
remember
on
you
it?
talking about him, and
No.
Yeah.
when I saw
Coleslaw,
him,
the chicken sandwich?
what?
I've seen it.
Gunmar and Bular are from Troll Hunters, and Rondri's from fucking Assassin's Valhalla.
Troll Hunters,
Didn't
the
know that.
Norwegian independent film, or something else?
Troll Hunters as in the Netflix original.
Gotcha. No.
I'm interested though.
It's a really great film.
It's
It's
good.
the Norway government is covering up the fact and has been covering up the fact that trolls
Trolls
are
exist.
natural elements and like entities in the northern parts of the country, and periodically they accidentally kill people because they come too far close south, and they smuggle in Russian bears to like cover up the tracks and stuff like that. And they have one guy who is the official national troll hunter. And he attacks them using light beams because if they get exposed to too much light, they turn to stone and crumble.
Dude.
And it's
Sounds dope as shit.
it's a very traditional sense of trolls, including the fact that they can smell if you're Christian,
Yeah.
and they hate you for it, and will like that's an actual plot point at one point.
Gabe, can you bring me a napkin?
Yeah.
And the troll hunter is like so PTSD that he no longer sleeps in the dark. He sleeps under UV lamps, and is just always applying sunscreen because he's killed like hundreds of them. But yeah, no, while it's Norwegian, it's a very good story, and it's done kind of as a mockumentary, and it's
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
yeah, pretty good. Great CGI too, because they like stick to
How old is it?
not like I want to say 2013.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Because when you said Norwegian, the Norwegian snuff film, I was like,
It is not.
not
He did not
Mock-
say.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Mockumentary. I don't know. When you
It's
first
Michael.
brought it up, I was thinking, oh, so it's in black and white. And
That's also what I was kind of imagining.
It's in black and
I
white.
will tell you right
King
now,
Kong, yeah.
it's a very monotone colored picture, but that's more Norwegian than anything
that's
else.
just what
Like,
Norway
it's
looks
in the
like.
dark.
That's not the
Yeah.
camera's fault. It's Norway's.
But yeah, no, it was actually a pretty good film too, because it's like they come across him by accident because they get attacked by trolls, and everyone around them is just very blasé about the fact that this is a national secret, because they're the boots on the ground that don't give a shit and have to deal with the problem, and so like you're just like, can we interview you and follow you around? Like, fuck it, sure, you die, it's not on my watch, and it's just like, shit.
Fucking okay.
If you die, it's a skin off my back. It was great. Actually, like the pseudo-Russian bear smugglers.
And at one point they fuck up the bear tracks. It's like one hand is.
have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it.
Oh shit!
No,
Well,
yeah,
Yes, I have.
not Troll Hunters.
Yeah, Troll Hunters.
No, this is Troll Hunter.
Yeah,
The
Troll
Norwegian
Hunter,
one.
the Norwegian one where it's a found footage type thing.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
have seen it? Okay.
Yeah, I have seen
shit.
it.
Oh,
Where they at one point because the way they fake it is like with Russian bears, as they said, but they do the bear tracks manually, and at one point they fuck up and switch the bears.
oh yeah, because
The bear's walking like
yeah, bears have a Oh shit, I should
Right
know
now.
this.
Like a Dewclaw.
It's kind of like that. There's a name for it. Leon Charpan, who was my philosophy teacher, and he was the guy who tranked and relocated bears in Wyoming. He taught us about this and stuff like that. But yeah, they have bear claws are nearly symmetrical, but they have I forget the name. You actually mentioned it because we actually found some bear tracks and stuff. Very
Yeah,
small.
little thumbs.
They're not quite thumbs because they don't have the reflex thing
Yeah.
and stuff. They're just slightly angled. But like the 4 here, you can tell is a grizzly, and a black bear has 5. But I might be reversing those. But like there's different finger amounts and stuff. But yeah, you
I
can.
feel like I'm not seeing either. I'm in the wrong area.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Black bears are super common in Yellowstone, to the point that like we actually, a mother and a couple were just like next to the road while we were going by.
Here's south.
Sure, I saw a bear game once.
That is south. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how you pointed every direction but south. You
No,
went
it's
like,
fine.
We're the
You're-
only people that would know where Long's Tree
I
is.
always have to
Yeah.
think
We don't
in
know what
terms of the
Long's
outer
Tree
belt.
Oh, that's not a bad way of
But yeah,
doing it.
so
I go by High
Hunter
Street.
is over here.
Oh, that's also probably easier actually.
It's not massive.
Going it cuts the state in half. Not like an even half and half, but half.
Yeah.
we drove up to Michigan for our cousin's wedding. Almost the entire route up was 23.
23 gets you to the base of Lake Erie, and then you make a left turn.
We wound up back on 23 halfway through Michigan.
Thinking of that. I might be thinking of 70 goes to Cleveland, right?
We were on 70 for a bit.
I don't know.
I don't either. I followed.
I should.
I did what Google told me to. Just that Google kept telling it on to 23, and I was like, but we've been on 23 for 176 miles.
There's a road called Maple Canyon that I pass on. I think, oh, Maple Crayon.
There was out in California. My sister was busy one of the days, so I just kind of went off to see some of the sequoia trees in the
Nice.
park.
Beautiful trees.
Way out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Mhm.
And I remember the last road I was on to finish getting to this park was called Big Old Tree Road. And I'm like,
I'm sorry.
fair enough, you're not wrong. But it was just
One of
so
my-
forward.
One of my
Big Old
favorite.
Tree Road.
I actually don't know if it's a road or the name of the bridge over it, but in West Virginia, you know how there's that little dot that comes straight up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, at its thinnest point is like 5 miles long. It's not big. There's a town in there called Chance. Chance has a river going through it. Chance River, which has a different name, but the river has a bridge going over it. That bridge is known as Last Chance Bridge. It's a wooden covered bridge. It's very nice. I hear Chance is lovely in the fall. And I have crossed Last Chance Bridge. Like, oh, that's a cool name for it.
It's just like, hey, yeah, no, I'm from Big Hill. What? Yeah, no, there's a Big Hill.
I love names like that. Like I know of a road in North Carolina. I've never been to North Carolina. It's called Dead Cow Road, where presumably somebody just found a dead cow while they were making the road. Just like
Surveys
All
don't
right.
get a lot of social interaction.
I mean, we've got, Easton.
Yep.
It's the town on the east.
Yeah.
Actually, that was supposed to be part of a whole thing because that's where you get Northton, Easton, and there was going to be a Southton and a Weston. And Northton failed and Easton survived, and that's where
That's where
the guy who started Victoria's Secret, he's the one who started that
Oh,
whole thing.
Wexner?
Wexner, yeah. After Northland failed, he stopped that project, but still built up Easton.
The Westerville.
Westerville existed before this.
It's shit.
It's also
No.
east of Columbus,
Yeah.
the center of the state.
Oh yeah, he was building it based on functionally locations around the Victoria's Secret headquarters.
Oh, what a prick.
I mean, yeah, he was, but like not necessarily for that. But
Well-
yeah, or just kind of a billionaire who ran a lingerie company. Well, I should just say apparel company because that was just not his first store.
Well, L Brands is part of Victoria's Secret, and it has a billion things under it. Well,
Including
other
Bath
way
and
around.
Body Works.
Yeah, but
Because
Really? I would not be surprised. When you have
they did-
defined brands and stuff like that, it makes sales
But,
off easier.
some of their warehouses still work in conjunction with each other.
Oh, I
But
could see that.
Well, a lot of them were built just like next to each other, like the one that Bath and Body Works.
like,
warehouse
it's right
warehouse
next to
has.
like a.
It's right next to.
My mom
See.
passes it every day when she goes out to work, and it's just a monolith of a building.
Yeah. D&D.
So you are
started
starting,
that.
and I've already have actually.
Just talking about L Brands for 20 minutes.
So you guys are on your third day of this hospitality, tradition of hospitality that has been afforded to you. It is understood from your understanding from talking with Vanya and other things that you're probably going to leave today. So this is your last day to catch up, do any last bit of shopping, talk with anybody. I will say Vanya gets summoned early in the morning to meet with Rosh
Bird Night.
Knight, thank you. And you can hand it to me if you double.
Loosen it for you.
Recording, Michael never touched it.
Rhoda Knight. She gets summoned by Quentin Alonis comes and takes her. But she's meeting with Rhoda Knight for most of the day. He says basically at lunch they'll probably be free and they can see you off then or within a couple hours from then. He's going to take you back, as otherwise you would have trouble traversing the
We'll be walking for like 3 days through the forest, assuming we
if
get
you
out.
knew the way. Which thankfully with your survival skills you could probably figure out, but regardless it's still a long distance.
We can go south.
Honestly, whether you're on a trail or not, there's not much difference. But yeah, so he's going to take you there sometime this afternoon. But you basically have the rest of the day. When you wake up, though, you realize you feel stronger. You feel a little bit better more in line.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
It's happened.
What?
I can feel lightning.
Did you not before?
Oh,
I could see
but
it.
I can
Darwin,
feel
what are
it.
you doing now?
Just walk into your sleep like normal.
Just like he's got a like he's got some skeleton
But
How have you not noticed before?
no, I can feel it inside of me now. I can feel it on the outside. But now
We just started.
I feel like lightning would hurt me less. Yes, exactly my point. Like I feel like it'll hurt me even less than it usually does.
You want to set out?
Well, no, because that would still be painful.
There.
I feel like I will let you guys know when it happens naturally.
It's fine. As long as everyone's here, it's good.
A lightning
Is Vanian is
No, Sadie's not coming.
Okay, I missed that.
Are you actually lightning breath me?
No, I can do both.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's an honorary dragonborn.
It ethereal. It's sprint.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
Step
what?
of the wind.
You get more wings?
Yeah, it's
I might give you something that helps with that, or gives you something from that.
cool.
Having 2 sets of
Honestly, that's just funny.
like a
It will
fucking
be
Crobat.
stupidly situational, but it'll be
I mean,
something.
it only activates.
But it does give you a fly speed during that step of the
You
wind.
get to
right?
cast
true.
Gust on the turn that you use it.
What I might do is give you advantage on dexterity saves, as your second set of winds allowed you to be more maneuverable in the air. One of the major reasons dragonflies are so successful.
God, dragonflies have 2 sets of wings.
These are particularly good.
Like,
Highest
harder
hunting rate
wings.
in the United Animal Kingdom. It was like 99.7% success rate.
They're almost crabs.
Crabs are silt feeders and stuff like
No,
that.
I don't know. I was just. I'm still on.
You're very good at it though. Pretty high success rate.
Gratification?
Yeah, I'm still on crabification.
Oh yeah. Really convinced about that.
Anyway.
It's a better name for it because I can't.
Carcinization.
Carcinization.
It could sound like cancer because
Which makes
cancer.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Named after crabs as well. I couldn't find the glue. That means that I stopped looking
I
for
think
it.
the base came entirely.
I have Gorilla Glue, but that's Gorilla Glue.
We have wood glue somewhere because
Tape
we've used it
exists.
for things. Anyway, you guys have the day to yourselves. Whoever you want to meet or go talk to.
I pick up my
Oh,
clothes.
I also
Dunmar
pick up-
also picks up his belt.
We all go on a group trip to pick up our clothing.
Be first thing in the morning. Sounds
Yeah.
good. She, Wanda, took yesterday to tan your hides that you brought her.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
We are all in trouble.
I'm not.
But weave clothing, weave the cloth, the thicket weave and stuff, and she's made you your items. As you pick them up, she hands each of you a package that has your clothing in
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
A packet of the
I
clothes.
thought like we got our clothes and a package. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Much appreciated.
Now I just need to figure out how to attach these things.
It was a big order, so I had my daughters help me.
Yeah, it's like, comes with.
Do you have a changing room?
Not here, but you guys are very close to the rooms you're renting.
Yeah.
No, it's just a stall.
Gotcha.
Oh,
you
you
have
know
a
what?
changing room looks at the open area that we were standing in.
You know what? No, because she measures and stuff like that. I do have screen in the back here that you could hide behind.
Oh no, it's no trouble. I'll go to my room.
That's probably where she measured some of you.
Denmar mentioned when he got the belt that he was going to attach stuff to.
Mm-hmm.
Denmar will attach the.
Okay. Any particular way you want to do it, or just like tie them up and like have them
Have them like, hey,
that can happen, or Fable where you carry around a trophy,
Looking straight at the at your belt.
just dangling there like a pair of
Eye
dice.
level for you.
You got a dress.
Yes.
Yours did not require a lot of alteration, as it was a pretty consistent dress that just tailored to fit your body type. You do notice that the dress does have a couple flaps in the back, so if you would like to, you can slide your tail through it. But there's enough underneath,
to like just keep it tucked.
yeah,
in.
to just keep it tucked.
I think I'll keep it tucked for now.
Cool.
Grace, about the new rules you have done.
Oh, if you have finished the survey, you get an inspiration.
Oh, okay.
And if you already have inspiration, you're going to get a second bit of inspiration. I'm changing up situation to now to bank up to 2. If you use 1, you get a reroll as standard. You use 2, you get a flat.
I do already have inspiration because
so
I never
you-
spent.
Now have 2.
Cool.
And you can turn any d20 into a flat 10. Secondly, if you do I'm incorporating these to do more handouts. These are fate cards.
Like Robin used.
Yeah.
The difference being, if you basically do a 20 outside of combat, you get a fate. If you do a 1 outside of combat, you get a negative fate.
Weird because we have 2 halflings in the group. They'll get the negative if the halfling makes you re-roll the 1.
Yep.
Okay.
It's the final result.
Got it. Okay. I just wanted to.
So if you roll 2 1s, you're just shit out of luck.
No, that is my luck.
So
Happens to be a
once you
bad
get that, it's yours to keep until used. Or if it's a negative, it's mine to keep until I get to use it on you.
I'm just posting the rule while I'm thinking about it so that Vanya can see.
Gotcha.
And no more memes during the session.
This is mostly a roll for me.
But yeah, they last until used. So, and the only thing that can trump one is another card. So if you have one that says I make this hit, I have one that
Counterspell.
says nothing, says the opposite, which that situation can't happen. Player will beat DM.
Okay. Since we're keeping until used, do they need to live at your house or do
They can live
wherever
wherever
they're-
you will keep them.
Okay.
So if
As
you're
long
good
as
at
people
keeping
are
your stuff
responsible
together,
for them.
yeah.
I'm probably just gonna slot them into mine.
There you go. If you would like to keep them here, I have plenty of room. Just make sure they're marked with a sticky note that they are yours and all that jazz. So yeah, leave them here, bring them. Just know that you have to have them physically with you to use them.
Solid.
The reason you are doing them outside of combat is because a lot of the bonuses are combat centric. So you get them outside of combat to use in combat. That's about it.
I've done anything in game other than picking up clothes?
No, that's the first time.
Woke up, he talked about how
Oh,
presumably
Vanya
this
got
is-
pulled away by Roadman.
Okay.
Or by Quentin.
Quentin to go
Quentin
see
to
World and Night.
My tablet did
They'll
not
be
be
back
inside all day.
about noonish. You do understand from talking with Vanya and other things and contents clues, you're leaving today. And you've been notified that Quentin will be taking you out. Anytime in the afternoon is when you're free to go.
Day 3 is checked.
Hospital was.
Alright?
Kinda help.
Anyone want to go with him?
When you take a 10, you're just foregoing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like an
You're forgoing
yeah.
whichever role you
Yeah.
decide. I imagine like if you have advantage,
Or disadvantage, it's
you,
you
can
get a
use
10.
the flat 10 on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's
So it's not a plus 10.
No.
That's what I thought.
It is
No.
you rolled a 10,
you rolled a 10.
Okay.
which is really good if you roll a 3. Don't would do that.
Proficient in medicine.
There you go.
You just look.
Okay.
Damn it.
So-
Damn with that joke.
You head off to the hospital, or where the I don't really have a special name for it necessarily. There's probably a one, kind of, or something like that. Druids are naturally healers. So a spot
Healers?
where, kind of, yeah, I would say like something like that. These are individuals that need long-term care. Is more of the big thing. So these are the elders of the tribe that are like not just the leading elders of the tribe, but these are individuals that there's also a nursery here. I would say it's kind of extremes, young, very old. When you enter, it is located on the mother tree. It's not very high up on the mother tree. It does look like there's a ramp up to it as well, so easy going there. There's also a vine elevator. You have seen these once before.
In the house.
Yep, and it was in a captive state, so these are much more flex. For one thing, this one's bigger. It could hold more people on it, and it doesn't take a straight line down or doesn't need to.
It's not for
But when you enter, it is a wooden grown vine room. It has lots of lights in it, most of it coming naturally, but it does have string lights in it. The elderly there are just in various beds. They look to be very well stuffed beds of different mosses and other things like that. You recognize thicket weave. It seems to be a common element in the construction of sheets and all that jazz. There are druids, various statures going up and down. The rows of beds, tending to people as needed. I will say, this place is not, it doesn't look to be at capacity, but it is about halfway full. There's tons of children and kids and elderly individuals. A lot of the children have at least one parent or guardian with them, that meaning that they're here to get something solved. not necessarily. This is not where the nursery is.
Yep.
It does look like there are nurseries and babies being taken care of in the back with new mothers. Not many of them. I would say 3 at the moment. The thing you immediately notice, though, is Draven. Draven's in a corner bed.
Offer my services as a paladin.
You find an official-looking druid. He's got more simple robes on. It's not casual wear. It seems very deliberate. Like this is my uniform. Yeah, easily clean thing. Certainly, we do have a couple paladins among our group, but we will always take you lay on hands. They usually go out into the hunting parties and such for their versatility. If you know how to flex, spend them. The thing you actually know how to do. The guy
The
who
disease solving thing?
Yeah.
yes.
That.
I'm just trying to remember with the
Fletcher.
What
yes,
Fletcher
thank
called
you.
it.
The guy Fletcher taught you how to do it.
Yeah.
We have a couple individuals suffering from various jungle bites and yellow fever and such, and some of them are of a more susceptible nature. So if you could weaken it, that would help us a bit. Oh, I'll take you over there and find them. Would you like to come along as well?
Yeah, sure. I can't.
Base score.
That's okay.
I came along.
You do recognize it's a rather clean environment. They seem to be following actually pretty modern by our standards, ideas of practice. So this is clean or separated. There's a number of people and there's a rotation going on. But yeah, you can spend up to as many points as you would
That's
like.
the fate roll.
That's just
Gunmar will spend. How many people did you say?
There's a lot of people.
he didn't specify the number.
There's not a specific number per se. I would say there's at least over 10.
You have to deplete your lay on hands.
Yeah, you could spend. You could easily spend all of it.
I spend 5 because I'm planning. Actually, no. It's going to take us like a day to get back. Planning to use it for like the little base.
Base of travel.
You'll use
You'll get there. Yeah, about tomorrow morning.
Part of it?
You could get there tonight. It'd just be like around midnight.
Mm.
It depends on how slow you want to go. With the
Functionally, we're not reaching Ridgemont until tomorrow.
he will use all of his Hansen.
okay.
Still has his
It's an 8-hour journey if that helps.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna start in the afternoon though.
his emergency just.
You help a number of individuals, 2 points here, 3 points here, a few of them 4 points who are much more close to that door, leaving a little bit of the disease in a weakened state, allowing them to not lose the immunity they have built up. You feel good. You feel like this will probably help these individuals very nicely. And you learn a couple things from just doing this from casual conversation. The nurse mentions that the paladins of which they have, they're few and far between, and they mostly go out in the hunting parties. And just due to the dangerous nature of those parties, they're out often. They're usually out for extended periods of time, and they're typically times being 2 to 3 days, coming back, then leaving again, and they're just not here as often. Also, paladins are relatively rare.
Yeah.
But you get this as well. Draven is there. Before we get to that, though,
Gunmar will, of course, after.
Oh, good. How can I help? What are you guys up to?
Sparky's just gonna just kind of touch base with some of the way we're leaving. We're an adventuring party, but we need anything, find us and get a hold of us. And he's basically going for Wanda to, he's like, at the very least, as a trade for the next couple of days.
You get a good short list of looks to be individuals in this town that look like either they A, could use things, or B, could sell. So that includes all the traders in this small little galley at the beginning. But it also includes other just notable, what would be leaves of the staff, leaves of the tree.
Yeah.
So you know Quentin Lone is the second leaf of the tree. You meet the third leaf, the fourth leaf, the first leaf.
Do we know how many leaves there are?
No.
Or is it just as many as they need at the time?
Vonnie, you could easily answer that question. If you ask them, you'll get an answer. But the first leaf is
Quentin.
No, he's second.
no. Quentin is the second leaf. The first leaf is Will Fourth. He is an Earth Genasi. Yep. So Will and then Fourth.
Is that with 1 L or 2?
Will is with 2 L's space Fourth.
Oh,
Last
Fourth
name.
is last name. Okay.
got it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's first name,
102,
last name
it's 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a normal name.
Or an Earth Genasi. I like the Earth Genasi.
Third of the leaf is Sheila.
This is probably related to-
She introduced herself as just Sheila.
I do not. I introduce myself as Sparky, and we go no further.
Sheila's a half elf. She looks to be half wood elf, and pretty strongly wood elf. So she might be a very recent one, though it's not a well-known thing per
I was gonna
se.
say, I don't think us as characters would know.
Not really, no, not really. But
Characters
she
also
looks
wouldn't
she
care.
looks far more elfish than you, and you have met a couple other half elves.
Yeah.
She definitely looks half elvish, but she does teeter closer to the elf. The fourth of the leaf
2/3 off.
is what did I make? Give him down as foreman. That's not good.
Oscar?
We'll make him. Oh, I'm just no, because I already got it. Look, he's in charge of mining operations. That tunnel keeps going, and they don't mine how we mine or how Richmond mines. They are building homes and additions and meeting spaces and building the tribal areas, as well as you've seen the grove that is Rhodonites. There are more of those, and he's in charge of those.
Gotcha.
They grow from anything from big mushroom farms and fields to shelters, to they sometimes need certain metals and such like that, or materials for rituals and such. They would value, say, like gypsum over coal, anything like that, just because they would use it differently. Or like that. But anyway, he's in charge of mining operations and in non-invasive mining. He's not a big feature. You find him deep in the tunnel. He's like 2,000 feet down near the end of it.
It's so dark you can't tell what he is.
He's got dark vision.
Yeah, you got dark. And there's a decent amount of. He's a human. You can just mark him as foreman. If he comes up, he comes up. But he's the guy who's expanding the tunnel. And mostly the offshoot tunnels at this point. It's 2001. Yeah. He's fourth of the leaf. Those are the major leaders. That is not Rhodonite.
Where's it?
Yep. I would say. Do you want to roleplay meeting any of them, or do you want me to just give you information?
I could go ahead and with the.
Okay. You and the first one is he's a son of Rhodonite. He has a family as well. And other children and stuff like that. But he is a son of Rhodonite. He's about 40. Probably in the late 40s. You've met Quentin. Sheila is single, as far as he mentions.
Gotcha.
Has no family or anything like that. She is a full druid. Rhodonite is just a person. Sorry, not Rhodonite. Rhodonite is an archdruid. Wilforth, he's just Wilforth. He's just a civilian.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just Will.
Yep. You is another full druid. As you met Quentin is a moon druid, if that helps. And Will, the foreman is, he's technically 3 levels in barbarian.
So I got kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of vibe from
Yeah, rock.
Sparky basically kind of. Sparky's gonna give him the same spiel, kind of over.
They would know you now from face and marking and everything like that. I will say Shira asked a little bit about the guild itself. They don't deal with the guild, and she mentions through your talking, Shira doesn't go to town much. She handles mostly the West End and the people, and just functionally administration and making sure everybody's good and there and are we all accounted for and do we have enough supplies and stuff like that. Wilforth is kind of a higher policy kind of guy. His offices is in the Mother Tree, near the top, and he looks over the growth and planning things of those that go to. He's the forester of this area. He makes sure the trees are healthy and they do good. He's a main communicator in that sense. Oh, okay. I guess he's got 1 or 2 levels in Druid, but he's not a very strong. It's more of a necessity or just out of practice, not really as a class.
He
Druid
became
by
a druid.
happenstance.
Yeah, he just became a druid because he spent so much time on the point.
Yeah, it's more like a background than necessarily communication with that. But he deals with the local area of balancing the tribe's needs and the forest's needs. Rhodonite is the head of this circle. Her voice is law, and her decisions trump all. But it is a communion. It is a collective, and so you have people that like deal with this portion or that portion. And Rhoda Knight understands her view, even though she's narrowed it as much as she can, is still incredibly long distance by just how she is. And so she makes sure everybody's safe and good and structurally good, and she has deep communion with the nature as general, but he's much more of a micro scale, fundamentally more practical, and dealing with a mountain range. And then the other guy's a foreman. He makes sure everybody's safe. Quentin Alonis is the Circle of the Druids representative.
Yes.
The Circle of Forestry Resource representative. He's the main contact between them and here. And he's in charge of all the druids that go out and man that building, as well as man the logging camps. No, all those guys are underneath Quentin. Go. Stop. What about you two? Bit of a dump.
Darwin is going to take a little bit of a Darwin day.
Okay.
You know, don't get out in the forest too often. He's just gonna go off and have himself a time. Yeah.
That was the last time I
That's
ever
what
saw him.
anyone saw.
What?
Just return
Some
to the
say he's
woods.
still wandering in the forest.
Probably, yeah.
Just
They
fucking
say
lost.
he's just bones now.
Yeah, he's just
Okay.
gonna relax, have himself a Darwin day. If he finds any like unique bugs or anything, he's gonna try and catch them.
Sounds good.
Gonna go for like a scyther or something, maybe.
Okay.
You don't want the pincer?
Give me
Pincher
a
is pretty cool.
survival roll of just like since you do have a goal of like, I would like to find some bugs.
More bug friends?
Yep.
20.
Oh, like, I probably can't.
Your pencil last.
There was a pencil that like couldn't
It's not a-
hold the lead in.
It's on a 20.
On a 20.
It looks like a 20 here.
I can't see it.
I decide whether or not to use inspiration on this.
We're probably not doing anything that changes your decision.
I'm gonna use inspiration on this.
That's
There we go.
significant. That's
28.
significantly better.
Oh wow. Okay.
Trying to
You
fight for you.
hard.
28.
I just come back with a Thri-Kreen. I'm like, I made a friend, guys. Can I keep him?
We would all look at it and look at you and look at it and be like, check out.
Cousins?
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
you
No,
do
we
find
shouldn't be friends.
you do find a number of bugs. I will say you find a interesting species of they're honeybees that live in hollows of dead trees.
Ooh.
So they make their nests within that. They're just called woodland bees in this world. Which it's no different than actual bees. Sometimes bees make honey in old trees. But these are a special branch. They specialize in pollinating trees.
Yes.
In,
Special branch of woodland bees.
You also would find a number of beetles. There are a number of interesting beetles, and some live in like 1,000-foot radius, and that's it. Like there's some microcosms here. Like this beetle is only here, and I've not seen it since then. They're not necessarily special. They're just super specific.
It's not,
Yeah.
it's not like this. It's not like this bee grows in ash trees. It's this bee grows on this particular ash tree.
Yeah. For some reason, evolution has decided this is the spot. and this is what it is.
Species, let's go.
Think of it like the Galapagos finches. Like there's a huge variety of them in a very small amount of area. The most interesting thing you find, though, is you find an extended mantis, an extended woodland mantis. It is a species of mantis that is not quite giant, but it is on the way to possibly becoming a giant variant. So big, but it's not like it's not actually giant, and so it's about this big.
Oh, fuck.
So
That's
like
unfortunate. That is bigger than jar sized.
You
Yes.
Darwin whispering
That
under his
depends on your
breath.
jar.
You also find
We're gonna
out
need
that this
bigger
one is
jars.
probably fully grown, but with your survival check, not only do you find him, but he's
Darwin
pretty
was
amenable
surprised.
to you.
Darwin was
Okay.
I need
You
a
just
big
have a
one.
got it.
Yeah,
mantis.
I'm
Please just have a pet.
gonna come back with him just like chilling on my back.
With like a collar and a
Yeah.
leash.
Cool.
Oh, I also fit the little hat on Frank.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
does have a little strap.
Frank
So like just like it's literally a single string and just held together by friction fit, but it's more than enough. But yeah, you find several different. Yeah, it's mostly bees. Sorry, it's that one species of bees. A lot of beetles. Like you can
I'm
get
okay
a
with that.
fair amount of beetles. You re-find all the ant species. You also re-find a couple borders between ant species. They like to war.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
watching the little wars.
Yes.
Like
Fights for my amusement.
Yeah.
ants have spectacular wars.
Yeah.
They kind of do.
No.
Yeah.
If anyone ever says humans are the only people that war, has never met a red and black ant colony.
Never met any ant colony.
Yeah. So you re-find a bunch of the ants.
Okay.
You helping old people in the hospital.
Yeah. You re-find some of the beetles you found before, the ones that are super
Yeah,
fucking
you're just kind of
lazy.
hanging out too.
The ones that just like they find these ants go up and down the big trees to get to different parts of them. They just move in front of the like lines of ants, eat till they're full, and move out of the way.
That's how you do it.
Really, you get some lazy ass beetles. They're also fucking huge because they fight each other for territory.
I don't really need to eat, but I get it, little guy. I understand.
You're just gonna smell fatty of honey now if you took those bees with you.
I did.
I was gonna say it's probably.
Darwin's gonna start a bee colony. If we get a wagon, that's where I'm going to keep it.
You're just,
No, just keep bees in your chest.
Yeah.
just like bees.
Yeah, I
in your
got the
rib cage.
Gain greed, busting.
Mm.
Gain disadvantage at stealth. for
Hey,
that
no one's
reason.
ever gonna be
Yeah.
able to tell that he doesn't have a heartbeat.
He eventually picks up some crickets.
Darwin's stealth is just being the knight.
But yeah, you get a little mantis friend.
Awesome.
It is not green like the mantis you would know, and it is a woodland mantis. It is shades of browns and grays, and
Blend into the
you would
environment.
notice you were lucky to find it. It's incredibly good at camouflage. For the woodlands, I should say. Stick out like a sore thumb in the Arctic.
Oh my fucking god, you did.
I mean, it's a mantis.
But that's your day. Beck, what are you doing?
Good times.
I think that this is probably going to be a pretty meditative day for me, considering that I just like put to rest multiple members of my tribe in the last
Boy.
couple of days,
Yeah, I
and
forgot about that.
that's the first time that this has really happened. It's kind of a moment.
Gotcha. You all need to give me those people, and we
Yeah.
need to have that moment. Tanner.
Tanner will just work on the disguise kit stuff.
Oh wait, mark down your hours. 4 fundamentally.
Or
Noon comes around, and you're once again invited to the. I'm gonna mess up the name of this again. Oh, I'm waiting. It's like, why can't I say this? It's like, because I'm reading the name of the tribe, and it's like,
The
That's-
Elusive.
The
It's
Elusive?
Welsh.
the Elusin. Thank you. It is Welsh. Yes, Elusin.
I fucked up.
Don't even eat it. Just punch it to oblivion.
hey Darwin,
Yeah. What is it?
what do you
Oh.
got there?
Sorry, there's something here. Can I get everyone to do a perception check?
Ah, fuck.
You need this one.
Perception.
Rolled a d12.
I'm gonna go around the table.
12.
12.
26 because I crit.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh,
That's a natural 20.
Oh, do get to.
you get the first one.
I
You?
brought it.
9.
Gotcha.
Also 9.
Okay. Wow, guys.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
It's okay, Darwin's here to save us.
You four don't see anything.
Cool.
As you come back, Tanner, you notice as you're behind Darwin in line for food, that in the creases of his cloak, in the darkest shadows, in just the tender bits of fold of cloth, is moving periodically and in jerky movements a rather large bug. Only you notice.
God fucking damn it.
How you said the stick bug was no, not the stick
It's
bug.
big and good at camouflage.
It's been good in camouflage, and Darwin likes
It's
to
hollow.
sequester things inside of himself.
And Darwin currently is tree colored. Or his
Yeah.
clothing is, at least. This mantis is very good at camouflage.
Am I next to Darwin in line?
I'm going to put you behind him to explain the 26.
That's fair.
To help explain it.
That's fine. Darwin,
What do you want?
do you know about the bug?
Yeah, I got a jar of bees.
No, there's a bigger bug.
It's a big bug.
It's like Sparky Big.
Oh, that one. Yeah, no, I'm still working on a name for that. Have any suggestions?
Bug.
That's not a good suggestion.
I'll think about it. As long as you know it's there.
Oh yeah, no, I found him in the woods.
He's sticking around?
Woody.
Bugs have genders.
Yeah.
Alright.
Did we overhear this conversation?
Nope, I've already gotten my food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say unless one of them points it out to you.
Never mind.
This was just like casual conversation in line.
Now I was like
Yeah,
6
no,
spots ahead of them in
We
line.
found him in the woods.
I'm gonna say like the hospital.
Where you're
field.
keeping him?
He seems to like me, so
Alright.
might as
Just
well.
make sure you tell Gunmar before he
That's a good idea. I do not want him squished.
Nah. Just let Gunmar and Beck know.
'Cause she's
Beck's
like,
Beck's less prone to asking questions. Gunmar's prone to
I'll let them know once we sit down.
yeah, or
hey Darwin, how was hunting?
bones go rattling across the ground. He staggered right out of his magic field.
And then meanwhile, the disembodied Darwin goes, oh dear.
Tanner will get his food.
Fucking
Darwin
Lego.
knows the bug is there. That's all Tanner needed.
Cool.
It's the fucking
You guys, I
Lego
assume, sit
death
together.
sound.
So,
Yeah.
like, you now have your food and are eating
No.
with the Elysium. With the general knowledge that fundamentally you're waiting for Vanya. I'm gonna get a pop, but you're free to talk.
Can I have a soda?
So what you guys doing last day?
Not a Dr. Pepper.
Can I have a Pepsi, please?
I just read.
Me and Scorch helped in the hospital.
I made some connections.
Yeah.
I met
Yeah?
first, third, and fourth leaf.
Oh wait, no. That's this long. You asked for a Pepsi.
I asked for not a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, which is why Dr. Pepper was in my mind. So someone can have that. It's
Cool.
mine.
Can I have Mountain Dew,
Dr.
please?
Pepper is the intellectual strength.
It is.
But yeah, I basically met a bunch of official people and told them basically.
All the mad scientists and anime drink Dr.
Auxiliary
Pepper.
Guild if they ever wanted to
I
get
am
hold
a
of us.
mad scientist.
What if we
Um,
name you Stick?
Son of a bee. What?
What if we name you Stick?
I basically
Like,
volunteered for future quests. But
See, that is at least an option.
What about you, Beck? What'd you do?
Alan.
Helen.
Yeah.
Meditative?
Wait, are you okay?
Yeah.
The rest of the party, aside from Tanner, has no idea what you did. But, like,
You're all sitting at the same table.
Yeah.
If you said it, you all hear it.
Yeah.
no, like,
Um,
as in,
Well, yeah,
what
we were
happened
probably
last
Oh,
doing
night.
that,
our
sorry.
events in this. We probably spent our morning in the same room because we've been bunking together.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I'll let, I was able to successfully make the first spot that, was that in character?
That
or
was
did I swallow
definitely
wrong?
in character. That was in character.
That
I'm
looked
perfectly
that
fine.
looked like you swallowed wrong.
That was Gunmar going, oh shit, good thing. Bad things happened.
Yes, our shaman is at rest as well as 2 of our elders and an herbalist.
It's good. Here, cheers.
If you ever want the room to yourself, I don't have to be in there.
It's no problem.
So,
So-
what are you, Darwin?
weird,
What'd you do today?
weird logistics question. Does that mean they won't be with us in the fighting?
Oh, yeah.
Or will the shaman and them
So-
still show
You can
up?
hand that one back.
Thanks,
It
Trent.
is.
I think that has it on there. We'll double check before we leave.
So,
I can pick another subclass once
no.
we finish.
I've already talked to Alex
That'd be
about
really
this. I've got an
funny.
answer to this question.
And the answer was no.
No. The answer to the question is part of the reason why I don't have my own soul lot is that traditionally the orders in our tribe would stay as guardians for the tribe going forward. So even after the rest of my tribe elders and just the rest, my ancestors specifically will still follow.
Nice. What you, Darwin? What'd you do today?
Took a little bit of a Darwin day, honestly. It was nice, kind of nostalgic.
Let's get
I feel like when I was alive, I used to go out to the woods a lot and just relax and serve. And also, Tanner suggested I warn everybody so that they don't
Not
kill my new
necessarily
friend.
warn, just tell him.
what
Yeah,
happened. What'd you
and
do?
I like
He's fine.
kind of take a bit of food and lure the stick bug,
And you see it just
It's
like
just like,
a mantis.
no, it slowly just crawls
Comes
up and it
over.
does the mantis thing where it goes back and forth a little bit as it's going
and
out.
then it just like,
And it is really hard to see next to Darwin's like cloak, brown cloak. But as he reaches out, you can see it by silhouette more than anything else.
I'm still working on the name, so if you have any ideas.
Sorry, what
Wait.
is that?
Gregory.
Gregory.
An extended woodland mantis.
Wait.
That what?
A little bit too on the nose, I think. Yeah,
Buzz.
You're not wrong. What?
Buzz.
Buzz.
Bo Peep.
Hopper.
Jesse.
Slinky.
Rex.
Rex.
King of the Mantises.
Oh god. What was
Shaggy.
Hang on, I got it.
Velma.
Zerg.
Case.
Fred.
I don't understand where these names are coming from.
Almond.
I'm not either. Rhea, Nyx,
Mia.
Mia. What
Muffin.
gender is it?
Snubble. Twix. Snickerts.
Kit Kat.
You would just know. It is a male.
It's male.
It's smaller than the females.
Fiona.
Donkey.
Slim.
Slim.
Slim. I
That's
like
an idea.
Slim.
Jim.
Marshall.
Like Slim.
Thank you.
Marshall?
Jason
Marshall's
Shannon.
pretty
Oh,
alright.
that's
because
the
of
rules.
Slim.
I thought Sadie was getting
Slim.
back to me.
I kind of like it.
Slim is the stick.
Oh my god.
It's a man.
I do kind of like it. Right now, I think I'm between Slim, Buzz, and Marshall.
They're all very good names.
I like Buzz. That's my input there. I like.
God, his face.
I'll think of it.
I will
You're
say,
right.
remember this
Yeah,
is a
Buzz
mantis,
the
so they're
cipher.
kind of chunky,
At least by the end of the day,
and it can
I
fly.
have one.
You got your
Fungus.
fucking
We just
cipher.
kept
It
making
can fly.
jokes.
It can
Mantis
fly.
can fly.
It can fly.
It can
Yeah.
fly?
It can sing.
Yeah. If it wants to. It can be for friends.
They can fly. Mantises fly.
I had no idea mantises can fly.
Oh yeah.
I saw a mantis
Yeah.
once, like in the wild, like at school once, on the playground.
There was a mantis on my door a couple months ago.
Mantis and grounded.
Annie.
Yeah.
They are native to Ohio. The A species, but it's like the quintessential species, the green species that everybody knows of. You don't get the interesting like lotus variants and stuff, and the Amazon has similar to these. They're incredibly good at camouflage. They look like bark.
Grounded.
Very what?
There's an orchid man grounded. It's one of the bosses.
It sounds well.
It is.
Can't wait to
It
try
is harder than the brood mother.
Great.
Like, you need to kill the brood mother first in order to... This is getting tangent.
Anyway.
But yeah, so he is a mantis. You guys are eating peacefully.
It's good that you told us about
You
that.
are among the druids here. It's getting on in the day, and by that I mean it's noon.
The one place you can pull out just a deuce.
You do see a number of people have brought animals, and you've noticed this, that various different animals of different shapes and sizes, some of which look to be of a dire size.
Some of which may or may not also bids.
These, the ones I'm referring to specifically, look to be
Actually,
ranger
no,
companions.
into what they're into.
So you see like a bear and a dire wolf.
Your companion.
My ranger companion.
Oh my god, it is your ranger!
And so you see a couple big old beasts like that, but you also see kind of interesting beasts that aren't native to this area. There's at least one leopard.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god, that's like a
It's like
cat
a
but
wolf,
bigger.
but a cat.
I mean, you can see it. We don't need to describe it to you. That's a leopard.
You would see
Gilmore has like a field day. It's like, what is that?
Yeah, we just
Okay,
tell
what is
Gunmore the
that?
names of all the animals.
you would notice there's a couple things from the desert here. At least one person has a what in my world it's fundamentally a fennec fox.
Oh, that's Fennec Fox.
You can see it has a little messenger bag on its back.
Aww.
Oh,
That's
he's a little bit.
It is really fast and doesn't sit down often.
Yep, that's a Fennec Fox. Noisy bastards.
Sure, they're
No,
not.
Fennec
that's-
foxes are like foxes in general, are very especially at night.
Chirpy, they scream.
Yeah.
We'll go with it, sure. I just know fennec foxes
You would
don't
too if you knew what
they
they
move.
knew.
They're very twitchy. But yeah, you see several animal companions that you recognize by their nature are they're not just tamed. They're not just like at ease. They are their own individual person or entity sitting here because they have chosen to. It's something in demeanor and how they sit. It's I am choosing to be here.
Partners, not servants.
Bonnier, I would say at this point, you can see in the distance as she exits the mountain, for a better word. I never really gave a name. With Quentin
Yes,
at her
you
side.
did, Rodonite.
Rhodonite. Well, technically, yeah.
Bonnie exits
Exiting
Rhodonite.
Rhodonite. You slept in Rhodonite is.
Hey.
Feels a bit weird. You're right.
Good for Vanya.
I met
That's what
Road
happens when
Knight
you
in Road
personify
Knight.
a landmark.
It's a
Yeah.
mountain range. She walks out and with Quentin on us, and it takes like. Remember, this is like the only bit of flat land you have here. It's in kind of an awkward moment as they walk the 1,000 or so feet it takes to get to the tables.
There's like 3 as they walk closer.
But they get to your table, and Quentin is there and goes, "Thank you for letting us borrow your companion here. We learned some strong and important things about the situation in the South, and we feel like we can make some strides to help. But along with that, I'm going to be taking you back now, and we'd like to leave you with a couple parting gifts. Please,
The gift part, the taking us back is very
Yeah,
necessary.
that's very much appreciated.
no worries. And as we're not having with a cart, I can do it particularly fast, as I
Cool.
can. Don't have to. We don't have to go on the main roads. So, first off, and he takes 3 bottles out of a pouch on his side, puts them down. They remarkably like health potions.
Oh,
They are slightly bigger.
Jesus.
They have little white bubbles that are kind of going up and down, similar to like
Like a
a
lava.
lava lamp that just float inside. These are greater healing potions made with
Made with the druid things.
Made with the
Yep.
mushroom, yes.
So you get
With
max,
puname.
You get max
Puname,
healing
yeah.
from them.
Mhm.
Okay.
That is incredibly generous.
These are Puname greater healing potions.
Okay.
I have not made them on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
I can easily do that though.
Doesn't have a potion.
I think I used
I
mine.
think I used mine.
Mark, you should definitely take one.
Take it again.
Because he's prone to dying.
I haven't died in a while.
You're not wearing armor like Unmar is. Jack just gets angrier when someone gets
I'm sorry, I didn't
I do
Alex
have
and
a-
confuse Sparky with Squirk.
I do have
I die a lot.
mage armor, which I
You can
never
have one.
use. I was actually thinking of just getting rid of mage
Also on
armor.
the... Actually,
You might get better off that way.
the main question
You're a
is...
sorcerer. Take spells you use.
Main
Putting
thing for the
healing
last one is either
potion.
me or Beck have healing stuff.
I do already have a greater
I've
hit
got like
point.
90 hit points now.
Do you want this one or do you want that one?
This one's fine.
Alright.
Each
Each you can take one
ideally,
unless
I
you
shouldn't
want
be
one.
taking that much damage.
I don't know if you've got
I have a potion of healing.
Alright, then y'all should take one.
Okay.
Cool.
You're usually near the front, and that's usually where people die.
Do you want one?
I have a potion of one.
You're usually up at the front.
I have a potion of people pretty good. If I
Spell your name.
B-E-K. I'm not the sharpest.
But it's also not
knife
the
in
person.
But I think I'm...
I
Who's
No,
band or
that's
is he
got
just
more
a
saying
singer?
that
I
character.
thought it was a band.
no, I'm pretty sure that
No,
was Michael
like, there's
asking
Beck.
Ray how Beck is
Now I
spelled
don't
for
know
the
if
first
Beck is a
time.
band.
No,
in that part,
Beck is
Sparky
definitely
asking
a band.
Is it
How
a
it
band?
reads.
Spell.
What B-E-C-K?
I-
Oh
That's
god,
a
you
person,
have
right?
character sheets for all of us!
Like
I mean,
the-
that is a name.
Yeah.
Well, we
But like a
he made the
performer
joke,
person.
And now he has to actually
That's not
do
part
it.
of Beck, which is B-E-C. Right?
I can't. I don't know.
Okay.
He's been
But-
writing Beck with a C this whole time.
Oh yeah, it's Beck with a K.
Well,
No,
no,
well, I
it's
have a
Beck
K.
without a C's.
No.
I just spelled B-E-C-K. B.
Oh yeah. No.
I'm so
Thankfully, I
sorry,
don't think I
Michael.
wrote his name
The
too
band
many
is called
times.
Beck, but the dude is
I didn't
also
realize
called
you
Beck.
didn't know.
But Beck is like
I've looked
Beck
through
the
all our
dude is
character sheets on
B-E-C-K.
D&D
I have not.
Oh, the band is also
Online. Mostly I just
B-E-C-K.
checked
Yeah.
spelling.
Okay, so it's named after him, and him is
I think
Beck.
I went to look
Yeah.
at the spelling
Okay.
of yours
So,
once.
okay.
And that I saw.
Good Munchausen
Greater
effect
healing
there.
potion, you said?
Phenomenon.
I will make one, but yeah, they
Yeah.
are Phenomenon health. The special thing about them, if you drink them, they give you
They give
max healing.
Which
So
in
he's-
this case is.
Greater healing potion 44 plus 4. So it would be
20.
Alex is gonna make a custom item on D&D
Yeah.
Beyond. Then we can switch over whatever.
Just make sure you alter it so it has the little star next to it.
Oh, when I make the
Just-
custom item, it'll just
Thank.
be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thrown it.
For now,
Either way is fine.
so I already have a greater healing potion on me. I'm just going to use the superior so it doesn't stack and say that it heals 20.
You do what you want. I will make the
And
item
then I'm
after
just going to
this.
fix it once
When
I get
you
it
make
right
the
later.
item, just
I will
post an
You
announcement.
can literally
That's what I
just
would do.
rename it and it'll.
I'm also going to make an
Just
item for the
put
inspiration,
phenomenon.
Okay.
because now you
Just-
can
just- I know what
have
to
But I
two.
just-
Gotcha.
when I need greater healing potion.
Well, no, because when you change the name,
Nice.
you just change the name if you already have and just have.
Along with that, I have given-
Incredibly useful. Thank you.
they should be. They have
And
life of the Feywild itself running through them.
still iffy about doing anything.
As you should. It's a
Yeah.
dangerous place.
Yeah.
But I've also given more punanme in dry form to Vanya here. She should be able to make a few more.
Thank you.
I've also given her a couple seedlings to some of our other some of our other sacred plants for her to take with her, for her tribes to replenish entities that they lost. Well, with that, I've given you a couple blooming flowers of the elemental plane flowers, and so you'll get full descriptions of those, and I'll make them, but you got 2 of each.
Okay.
Some of them are more useful than others. One casts Featherfall.
One hurts when you hold it.
Out of fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she has 2 of those in a safe bag. So it's an item that she has, but I will send it to the group so you all know what they do. Fundamentally, it's just something you now know. You taught them. Context and metaphor. Mechanically, you know what they do, as well as being sacred. The last thing I'm sending with Vanya here is a seed of a mother tree.
Ooh.
They don't have any more. Well, they have a few to the southern ranges. She mentioned as she came to the coast that she passed through some. But the ancient ones that were part of her original forest have long since died. So this is a cutting from our tree and should take root with aid of her people and begin to truly start a form of healing, more symbiotic if not actual. So, as Bunny is particularly quiet during this particular time, the importance of this seedling, of this, actually not a seedling, there's a name for this.
Cutting.
Cutting, thank you.
Sapling.
No, it's a cutting specifically.
Sapling would be a different thing.
Yeah, it is specifically a cutting. It's a thing you get from trees. The importance of this cutting cannot be overstated. It cannot leave Vanya's person for more than a day without dying. Her channeling of the spirits of nature, specifically of her region, is what is going to keep this alive during its transportation. Must stay on her person this whole time. She knows this and she knows it well. Be aware of it as well. A physical manifestation of our culture with you now. Nothing to be taken lightly. Protect it well.
Oh.
Now to lighten the mood, I've also packed lunches.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, he brings out bento
There's like
boxes.
a big loaf.
Aw.
One is just like a bottom.
I was gonna say there's bento boxes for all of us, and then it's just a giant loaf of bread.
We'll say yours does have a lot of bread in it, but everyone does get a bento box. It has a day's ration in it. It's a vegetarian meal.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not a vegetarian meal. It's a what's the one that you can allow to eat fish as well?
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian. It's a pescatarian meal. It has dry fish in it. You notice something interesting with the fish. They have no eyes. These are cave fish.
Ah.
Ah. I didn't get
They're not very big, but they dry and be
Makes
really
mouth.
clutchy. It has good mouthfeel and has a lot of umami
Ah.
flavors. Point being, it's shaped bark, though it is an organic, like, actual box. The cloth around it is fine, thicker weave, but it's using the fineness, but not as tightly woven, so it's kind of a cheaper way. Point being is you have a little bit of thicket weave in a bento box. You can add a special ration to your, you can call it a
Bento
druid bento if you would like.
I was just adding druid box.
I was about to add
Inventory.
Druid Bento.
But let me know when you read it.
Ooh.
This will keep for a very, very long time. The natural energies within this bento box itself will keep these fruit fresh. Should you finish the food, you can still use the box. It'll keep one particular meal particularly fresh. Not hot, I should say, but fresh. No, it's good if you have something that's...
vegetarians and
Or just something that
These
doesn't
are
need
for
to be hot.
everybody, by the way.
Yep.
Like pasta.
Bite into the
Oh, you do get bread too. It is a hearty, hearty bread.
Hardneck.
I just eat the bread.
Just want to cover. But you just cured yourself of poison.
Wahoo!
Aren't you immune to poison?
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
It's not gonna matter in a minute anyway.
Oh, level 11 thing.
But yeah, you feel a cleansing nature out of this hearty druid meal.
You need to immediately go to the bathroom.
You feel immensely regular.
My second
Oh,
one.
there he goes. But when you are ready, within the next couple of hours, I will meet you over by the entrances and... Sorry, I'll meet you here at the mother tree at the base, on the other side of the kitchen, and we shall leave.
Everything's going
Alright.
You got the cake for everybody, basically.
Thank you.
I'm good.
I know. Kind of figured, but I'd ask anymore.
Any last things you would like to see before you leave?
Some aesthetic.
Certainly. Actually, no, there was one particular thing.
Oh yes, the kobolds.
Oh, yeah.
Or not the kobolds, but like where they used to live.
Let me, we'll go there, and then we'll go to the top of the mother tree, and from there we will finish off. This might be a bit of a journey, but, from what I understand, Lord and I spent the evening clearing it, so it should be an easy walk.
Really fancy trench coat.
So, you guys start making your way back towards the mountain range. You get to the mountain, you go inside again, you go up past your rooms. Remember, your rooms are first door on the right, up a staircase. Keep going down that hallway. It's split into like multiple hallways and stuff like that. It immediately went to a T section. You take a right-hand turn, all of a sudden you're on the outside of the mountain now, in a little balcony ledge thing. It was always there, it just never really came up. To its left now, you see a small footpath that's going up the mountain. He directs you towards it. This is a small footpath. You have to go single. Do be careful. There is no guard railing on this side. Most of the individuals that have to take this pass carry precautions of various nature. Usually, most of us carry a... I'm sorry, let me get the name for it.
Gwent.
A gwint, yeah.
Where's the winds?
Oh, Anya
Bonnie
does.
does.
If you'd like, Tree, I can go get us some.
Should be fine.
Perfectly fine.
Well,
It's,
Famous last words.
I was gonna
but
say,
we'll be
does
fine.
it look like Gunmar and Beck are the broadest of us?
no, because it's like it's a solid 5-foot path.
Okay, so it's big enough for one person.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a solid path, and Rod and Knight just reinforced or at least cleared portions of it. Not many people go up this particular way, as the hard granite of Rhodonite prevents growth of trees from this point up. Kind of an artificial tree barrier. Tree line, sorry. Real thing, but has to do with altitude. So, keep close, keep tight, and if someone's going to fall, scream, reach out. We have precautions, but we need to be able to see you for them.
Be really
You're a very loud fuck and various clanging of armor. Well,
You guys start making your way up the mountain. It is a tight switchback trail that goes very, very steep. You are elevating at an incredible pace, upward 6 inches per foot traveled. So you are climbing and climbing, and in about half an hour, you have already raised about 1,000, if not more. The air at this point, you are feeling the thinness of it. Not enough to be dangerous or anything like that, but it is a noticeable change in atmosphere.
scorch fire.
Oh, you actually are. You are
'Cause
built
he's-
at high altitudes.
This makes me realize that I probably have fucking oxygen.
Yeah.
normal.
It's
That's
why
why
you
you're a
can keep going so
Superman.
fast
Yeah.
so long.
Actually, you're probably a lot like alpine alpacas, which have just way more red blood cells, like 3 times as much as traditional alpacas, which allows them to just, in a single breath, carry more oxygen.
Get on my level.
Yeah.
You can if you want to spend
I mean,
6
we
months at
currently-
altitude.
We
Technically,
currently
we
are
are.
at your level. This is your level.
Is it the point where we need to like make constitution?
No, you are not that high.
Okay.
You are,
We're flavor high.
Or fleet?
you have, you've
We're-
noticed
you
like
can tell high.
you're at the high point of like, oh shit, altitude makes a
It's real.
difference. Yeah. But you are nowhere close to the point of making constitution checks.
Cool.
Interestingly, Richmond is naturally quite high. Richmond is at
I was gonna
2,000
say the
feet.
whole area is kind of.
Yeah, you are on an extended plateau. It doesn't look that way because it's so flat. But yeah, you Richmond rests at about 1,920, 2,000 feet. So if you want to get a sense of idea, you are currently maybe 3,500 feet in the air. Noticeable, but you wouldn't have to bake differently. It's not that. We're not Colorado levels. Anyway, you up the side of this mountain. It is incredibly rocky, but periodically, the natural erosion of the rock, which has made a gravel path here, is suddenly a very sharp right angled and smooth, where you can see Rhodonite has come and fixed particularly bad portions of this pathway. So you were able to give her heads up. She was able to do this overnight. and she doesn't actually need to sleep,
Yeah.
and fix as necessary. So periodically, the path just gets really good. About 30 minutes in, as I said, you're a little over 1,000 feet up, and the trail, multiple forks off at different time and different periods. He suddenly takes you at the end of a switchback, a straight that goes around. This is a little bit before my time, from what I understand. Rhodonite has filled me in from what she remembers. A little over 70 years ago, she felt what to her was a normal shifting, a general, what we would know as a small earthquake. To her, a small growing pain. And from what I understand, not truly painful, more just a byproduct of her continual growing and creation.
Like a joint pump.
But she realized that this particular portion of her, it was getting stopped. Something was influencing it. She actually came to witness what happened, only at the end part, but she noticed a group of individuals, small-scaled, run out of a cave about 10 minutes this way, and we will show. Many, from what I understand of Rhodonite, many tribes and creatures live within her mountain. They live on top of her, within her, under her. They are all, in some sense, part of her, even though what she truly is the mountain range. So she was aware this was happening, and I will say she wishes to know that she has, that if this is your tribe, or the tribe from Richmond, she wishes you to understand her. She meant no ill will or discontent from not intervening. To her, this is a process that is part of her creation, and certain people pass and die by just her very existence. She's sad to know that not everyone made it out of that cave. Pass that on. But she hopes that you hold no ill will against her for mere existence, and hopes you understand.
Party just kind of nod, like, I understand.
On this bend, we're going to see a small slit. And then something there that I think that you may very much like to see. Walk for another 10 minutes, cresting the ledge of a... you go around a mountain.
Yeah.
An edge of a mountain is blocking you, and right at the last minute when you go into what is known as a valley, a deep valley crest, you can suddenly see that at the V of this crest, there's a small slit, basically. It's about 4 feet high. At its tallest point, that goes off from one point, and it thins out only about 30 feet long. Even possible to see at the at height. In fact, it would be hard to see without a guide. Bushes and other high mountain vegetation are blocking along it, so you can see some of it has been cleared recently. In this crevice, as you get closer, you realize that there is a small pillar in the middle of it that's holding up this slit. As you get even closer and closer, you realize that this pillar has features and appendages, has a statue-like nature, as you see 2 arms extended fully upwards and 2 legs spread wide in a wide stance, and a long tail pivoted down. As this individual, by some form of magic, held this slit open and continues to do so still. In doing so, allowed whatever members of this tribe that were left to escape. You can see into the slit about 20 feet deep. There is nothing but fallen stone. May I take a close look?
Sure.
Yep.
I'm also going to look from inside the...
Go ahead.
What's
This would be an Arcana check if you're trying to figure out if it is a person or not, basically based on magic. You may also use an Inception check.
Also,
Yeah, that's
as
my.
Mr. 4.
Oh, he rolled a 1. I thought you rolled the blue die.
No.
He's got 2 blue. Beckley.
Never mind.
15 boosted.
You might want to boost this.
I already did.
Oh, okay.
That was boosted.
that is an 11, unfortunately.
Unless I
Actually,
can
no.
use
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Unless I can use investigation, in which case it would be.
This is perception. You're
That's
looking for the fine details.
I'm using perception.
I will say this number is different for you as you're a Cobalt.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Sorry, this is a racial thing.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
You got a 20 what?
23.
23.
You got a what now? But what did your stick get?
Oh, stick's fucking blind.
Your stick that's actually a mantis.
Stick rolled a 4.
Stick blind.
The stick rolled a 0.
It was a 9. 11.
11? Okay. You all look very closely at this individual.
All good in each other's way except Darwin.
And it is impossibly detailed. You can see the individual scales, and they're not uniform. Some are ragged and misshapen. Some have moved. Some are flexed in ways that would have happened should a Cobalt raise his arms in this manner. His clothing is thin, that now, as in its stone form, is near see-through still. You look closely at this, and it is an impeccable likeness of a Cobalt. Tanner and Darwin, as you take closer looks, looking at the anatomy, the edges of the mouth, the twinkles in the eyes, and where detail would be on a statue but isn't here, but where detail is here but wouldn't be on a statue. And you are able to determine that this is probably a petrified individual.
It's an incredible
shit.
statue.
The statue.
What do you mean?
Marky,
Is that me?
I think somebody got turned into a statue.
Marky really quickly goes around to the front.
You, as a member of a Cobalt race, would notice a couple things about this statue. It's a shaman, based on its regalia and what it's wearing. It is a chieftain or Ithaquant. So it is someone of high standing. Two, it's an older individual, but not ancient. So probably had children, or at least he was of childbearing age and has been past that point. Three, you are able to pick up things that other people aren't. Like subtle details of curved horns and stuff like that identify somebody as a member of a particular tribe. That just happens because of interbreeding and such. You can tell that this person probably, to your great extent of knowledge, was a member of the Richmont tribe.
Looking at him,
And it was 7.
That's a little over 70.
God, how?
Zurich 70.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it, am I able to pick out any similarities between this statue and Zurich
How
or...
would you re-roll for that, as that's something specific?
Is it us we can help with
I
it?
don't think so.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we can. Helping him remember deep.
Oh,
This is not easily something.
I've
You know
already
what?
rolled.
Hmm?
I've already rolled.
Well, if you haven't told me the answer, it's fine.
19.
Okay, well,
Plus my perception, which is 2.
It's not like you can roll like
you
that.
feel very confident that based on his ridges of his eyes, the brow of his eyes, which has particular markings on it, some of the formations of his spinal horns, and various other attributes, that like this person is probably biologically directly related to Zurich.
His like dad.
Probably. Or at the very least, like... There's definitely only room enough.
Is
Yeah,
that a thing we
I look
can
at
do?
Quentin. Is there anything we can do?
There are many things we can do. I will give you the last bit of information that Rhoda Knight partake to me about that night. You saw those individuals leaving, streaming out of this. You saw a flash of light that she recognized. And after examining this individual extensively, very certain that this individual cast the spell himself. At
Open
the-
mountain. If we took him out of there, the mountain's.
It might collapse a little bit, but the mountain will be the mountain. 20 feet into past that crevice, it's already collapsed.
Yeah, no, Tanner just doesn't want like one of us to lose a hand getting him out.
Oh, like sudden collapse?
Yeah.
No, it's probably safe.
Okay, it's stable enough that in theory the thing could. Nope.
Oh,
We're asking if we can.
Like if we depetrified him, would the mountain just collapse while we were pulling him out of there?
I would say no, actually. You can see that this
So if
statue
it's
is
settled enough.
it is actively holding this ledge of granite. Now granted, there's nothing behind this ledge of granite per se, so if it falls, it's fine. But yes, no, removing the statue would
Be semi-perilous.
yeah.
Got it. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what is the danger of us performing
Like tied.
a And yank! Just hand it to Beck.
Also, you can see that this statue's been here for a bit, as bits of it have succumbed to weathering. Part of the clothing, especially the thinnest parts, you find on the ground around it.
He's missing a couple.
He's not missing them. It's all just one nub.
You see that there are some wear patterns, like the front of him that faces the element is softer than the back. Such.
Like enough to where it would cause pain if we...
Don't know.
Comes back to the worst case of.
The worst case is sun.
I'm not certain.
Both.
We are... In this manner, I would like to channel Rhodonite. And we are neutral here. We have not touched him, for we recognize the action he took. You are a member of his race. You may take action fit. I can help either way. As we feel, especially with your intervention yesterday, consider it a earned favor. We will follow your lead on this. We have not touched him in 70 years, for it is not our place to.
If we were to perform, not gonna like crash down on the village.
No, you are way far
Okay,
away.
we're really far away
Yeah.
from that. Cool.
My understanding
Okay,
is
not
that,
way far away, but no, it's not
It's
going.
not gonna cause problems
Yeah.
for the
So my
ruins.
understanding basically is like we're standing right here. There's rock right here just holding up. We take him out. That's gonna
Yeah.
happen. And the problem is it's going to be very difficult for us or part of him to not be under
Gunmore,
it
you
when
wanna
that
hold him
happens.
No.
Turn you to stone. It'll be
Hey,
fine.
Gunmar. Would you please hold a mountain?
Would you kindly?
What an inside joke that is.
I would like to offer.
We have removable rods.
We have that.
Those have a weight.
Yeah, they do have a weight limit.
It would buy us a few times, like
It's only
It might buy us
1,000
a
pounds.
couple seconds.
a couple seconds to get in and get out.
Is there anything you can do to depetrify him?
I do have that power, yes.
I don't mind
I
them.
will say,
The rod probably
Take
doesn't
this.
buy that rod.
try to recognize for what sacrifice he made.
I mean, he made a wonderful sacrifice, but we're here and we can do something about it, and all the people he saved are already saved.
The idea I have in my head is a sacrifice, and the great monument no longer has to be a sacrifice. Job is done. He
Can be
has
done.
sacrificed him, but
Doing
no,
himself here
no,
for 70
doing
years.
something without sacrifice is bad. Also, he's very clearly powerful enough to petrify himself. A great boon to,
I'm not gonna erase what he did, lesser.
and I think of Burke as well, the current leader of the Kobolds. He struggles times as any leader does and should. Having the guidance of your ancestors, something that is really rare yet very valuable. And quite frankly, it would come back good, go to Richmond and tell the Kobolds, no, he shouldn't go to the good. He could undo all the work that I've done. But his life is more valuable.
No, welcome to. You don't have two, go ahead. Or if you don't even have one.
I don't have one. I don't have one again.
There you go.
He comes out and is like, no, we should stay underground. You're like, counterpoint, cave in.
But if there is something you could do, I would very much like
Magic to just make the mountain fall temporarily.
So the road not like hold it real tight.
There are things that we could possibly do, given enough time to surge and figure out maybe supports for this, but here in of this moment is where I think we really need to. If you want to do something, we should do it.
We'll follow your lead, Sparky.
put the movable rods. I'm gonna toss mine.
We will buy more movable rods.
If
for
you
sure.
have one, you bought your own. Because I know I bought one. Squirt bought his own. So got hammock anywhere you want.
Buttons.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
They're just kind of like.
We structure
that.
the immovable rods smartly.
I will say, the opening
Kinda
is
like
at like
that.
chest height for a lot of you.
Okay.
Not
Oh,
a-
is it? Okay.
It's a 4 foot high,
They were
like him
kobolds.
extending
Yeah,
out.
it's a kobold doing
Well,
it.
I didn't know
Kobold
how-
doing this.
Fair point.
Yeah, no, it's like 4 feet
No,
high.
I'm with
I
you
don't know.
though.
Maybe he cast enlarge on himself first.
And
that
then
would
he
be
shrunk
cool.
after.
Anyway, my point is,
I mean, the mountain just compressed him a bit.
back,
Mhm.
the immovable rods a little extra, and just jumping out of the way as soon as it's done.
I'll, like do that, like with me on the outside of my hands, just like
Gunmar
pressing
will
it
do
up
like
over
a
here.
Gunmar will go ahead and do like a deadlift thing because he's very tall.
Oh yeah.
Like that.
So Beck, Gunmar, and Tuamu racing the mountain.
And Squirt, you're gonna grab her.
Okay.
You're probably the fastest.
You're gonna grab him, and if things
And
get
fly
too
away.
bad, if things get too bad, or the cave-in gets too
Gunmar
close, fly away with
specifically
it.
positions his feet to where they're not underneath the lip.
I'm just kind of like that. Me, I'm close to 4 feet, so I'd be able to
Can you
get
hand
like
me my
5 and a
DM
half.
Yeah, you're under.
with my
You're
thing.
up it.
Well, no, because like I'd be able to like kind of stand at an angle like
Yeah.
this to hold it
There you
up. Where
you're
I'm
No,
still,
like-
where I'm,
he's pulling.
There was
We're
one
still
particular
outside it.
table in here that I actually use, and it's not on here. At least not where I found it. There we go.
Strength check.
Um,
I'm
Okay.
taking a stone boy out of a mountain.
You're probably wrong, are you, Mr. Vagabond?
We're holding the mountain, Squark.
Yeah, that's not
13 strength, so
You could maybe brace
stronger
Gunmar.
than Kif.
You're stronger than me.
Well, I was thinking you could brace
I-
Gunmar because you're a medium creature and I could.
I can try my best.
Because if we're bracing, it's not like we're holding the weight. We're just making sure they don't fall off the mountain.
I kind of wish D&D Beyond just had a dice roller.
Alright.
For a minute, I thought you were about to say, I kind of wish they fell off the mountain.
I mean, you can choose to roll individual dice.
No, I can. It just like I have to go to a character
Oh,
or
you do
something.
have to go to a character. No,
Oh, like
that
a
makes
dice,
sense.
a D&D
Yeah,
sponsored
just
dice
like-
roller app.
like,
Just
if-
like
thing.
a section of like I just
just
want
like
to
in the sidebar.
Or
dice
just like
roller.
put it on every page.
Kiwi's gonna be rolling these dice.
Good job, Kiwi.
You got this. You go, girl.
Kiwi's holding the mountain.
Oh no, you guys are holding the mountain. This is the after effect.
Kiwi's fine more.
Oh.
All right, you guys got some preparation in. So I'm gonna add it all up with some rolls here. So the way this works is I have to touch them, and they will slowly, over a period of a few seconds, turn back to themselves. If you pull too soon, a part of the rock portion of those might still break off. If you pull too late, they might get crushed. But if you trust your friends here, it might be the safer. You will have to make that choice. Rest of you, I hope you are ready.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Maximilian's Earth and Grasp.
Ah,
Sparky's Draconic Grasp.
that's an excellent thing
Oh.
to cast.
And just like right in the cave mouth, and just kind of.
Just or help.
Do I have a
It's
a-
spell?
Technically, it has to target a creature, but like
Can it move things once grasped?
Yeah.
Roger, help
I
us!
think it can move.
Roger
It
can't make it up
can.
the mountain.
It can't hold the entire mountain, but it can move things.
Yeah.
Just I don't want to get it confused with Big B's hand, which
No.
actually has like a strength score and stuff.
I forgot.
I do have roll a floating disc.
It's 1,000 pounds.
500.
500.
That's why the
Well-
throne
Oh,
you
that's-
found was 450
My spell
pounds.
list
Helpful.
does not help us.
Unless we can just say calm emotions on the mountain.
No, Squark calms emotions. Squark's always work.
Because I know it's a lower level, like it grasps and like
Oh, then
restrains
let's check.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as an action, you can cause the hand to reach for a different creature or to move to a different unoccupied space range. The hand releases a restrained target immediately.
Does it give it a strength score at all?
No, but it does say
What is-
the
what is-
DC is my spell for escaping from it. is
okay.
spell.
We'll give it that's its strength score for now.
Yeah, so functionally its strength score would be your charisma score.
That's high.
Yeah.
That's really high. That's higher than Bigby's hand.
Big B's hand is 24.
It's not my
Don't
charisma
you
score
know that
right
Sparky's
now.
charisma score is 27?
But it is a
That's why he's the
Yeah,
pretty
just assuming that it's
face.
proficient with the athletics chaplain, that would put its strength.
I'm gonna say no. It's not
Yeah.
Big B's hand. Not proficient.
Well, those are the facts, and that's what Sparky does.
That's how the spell
Okay.
works, yeah.
This is lore, and as he says, the
How you doing
Not
with the
really,
floating disc thing?
We're allowing it. This is what I'd like to see. Like, it's you're summoning a stone hand. So yeah,
It's in the
So
shape of a
Darwin,
dragon.
it's your scroll.
you see a.
I'll throw it in to help us out.
Alright.
All right.
I'm gonna cast floating disc to
Cool.
help
To
us
help
out.
hold
Another
the
500
mountain.
pounds of help.
So
That's a
your
lot of pounds of help.
dragon
Combined
claw
with
from
two
the lip
movable rods.
And the
basically
two
takes
convoys.
up that whole 4-foot section, as you just see, as though a giant dragon is just reaching from the inside of the mountain, its talons crawling up from the side and solidifying in place. For the next minute,
Probably minute, because I think it's a
Probably.
common
it is a
spell.
common spell. It's regardless. We don't know that.
Yeah, up to 1 minute.
So, you cast your floating disc, and a few feet into this ledge, you see a beam. Not a beam. You see a
It's a disc.
swirling of golden light just start going quicker and quicker, and this pancake, translucent golden pancake, just grows to a 5-foot disc, and you just see it push against, and you can hear the shifting of stone as pressure is put across that big surface area.
My lift is 500.
Your
Two movable rods for
2
800.
immovable rods are in place and wedged in a way to just hold in place, but they are just butting up against at the right now. Beck on one side and Gunmar at the other, you both take your stance and lift.
And they're both getting braced by.
Gotcha.
I'm bracing back, Darwin's bracing.
Mhm.
Only this can end one of two ways.
Well or poorly?
It's going to end well.
TPK. TPK.
TPK!
But not my bugs. I'm gonna put them at a safe distance.
The bugs have flown
Yeah,
away.
The bugs
Done.
are our backup characters.
Yes.
Bug campaign. Let's
We just
go.
Play grounded.
But yeah, you guys are all set up and set here on this precarious lip of a ledge, which is about 10 feet wide.
I got his ankles.
And he goes, alright. And you see him weave his hands, and you see him pull a string of glittery dust from a pouch inside his forearm. He's wearing robes, so well, there's a pouch. You see him whip it, and the glittering crosses the space. You see him do an incantation and just shove his hand in all the dust, glances onto the body on an even spread. You see for each tiny bit of diamond hits his stone form, it's spreading from it. His scales turn a brilliant orange. Start growing and growing, and 2 seconds, 4 seconds past. His torso is free, it's creeping up his neck. It's going up his forearms. 5 seconds have passed. It is at his wrists and at his ankles. And at this point, the rock is starting to shift and fall. You two, give me strength saves. Give me
checks.
athletic checks with
Your
advantage.
Yes. Like that just gives you advantage, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because advantage is advantage. But I rolled a 20.
Yeah!
So,
Yeah!
let me.
I rolled an 18.
I
That's
think
still
I have,
really
I
good.
think I have plus. I got plus.
Large.
I've got
large.
plus 8. So I got rolled a 28.
Cool.
With a nat 20.
Nice.
No, not that one.
That
No.
25.
You fool.
Excellent. You hear at the 5th second the great shifting of rock as a shelf of granite that, to now your knowledge, goes dozens feet deep into this mountain. It's resting onto your stoppers. And between you two and your holds, shifts and moves maybe half an inch, but stays. But
Me and Beck are screaming the entire time.
you can feel the weight of a mountain itself being held by you as you
Gunmar's like doing like a fucking the most draconic war he has
Oh yeah.
ever done.
Oh yeah.
How bad are missing hands?
Pretty bad! Turn the fuck up!
We got it.
the 6 seconds pass and
Whole round.
dust
Sorry.
dissipates from around his hands as they fall. Give me a as
You
this is
forgot his head. It just comes clean.
no, this is actually just because he's not necessarily willing, as he doesn't know what's going on. I apple check. You do
You're
have
looking
advantage.
good at these.
The 18.
I think that's a pretty good decision.
It is
What is it?
athletics.
Okay. 22.
That is enough to grasp him in his stunned state and grab him around his legs and yank down and out. And you did so with enough time remaining that none of him is left behind. Now, the roof is still shifting. You have taken him about 30 feet away, holding him in your arms, flying just away from the mountain. The rest of you are still holding the
I'm
mountain.
gonna grab a rod. I say, everybody ready?
I'll grab the other one.
My feet are out of the position. Are in position.
3, 2, 1, clear.
Everyone give me a dexterity saving throw.
I have advantage on
Are
something
you
I can
within
see.
10 feet of me?
That's a saving throw, not a.
Everyone is within 10 feet of you.
Oh, it is a
It
saving.
is a saving throw, yeah.
You all get +2 to that.
Cool.
You're not, but you don't have to.
I'm getting. It's much better.
19.
22.
We get plus
13.
2. Yes.
I'm gonna go around the circle, just
Sorry.
when you know. All my dice stop moving. Okay. Darwin.
19.
Beck.
19.
19.
22.
Alright. Beck.
Yeah.
You're dead. Roll
no.
a new character.
You just hear.
Everyone else is able to roll out of the way as they drop, and thankfully, using the disc and the movable rods. No, you took them out at the
And
same
the
time.
earthen grasp.
And the earthen grasp.
Grass.
Actually, that probably helped way more than the rods helped a lot. But anyway, the grasp and that took the weight for that second long enough for most of you to get away. As it falls, that 4 feet, and you see this slab now goes 40 feet easily deep into the mountain and shifts down in a leverage position. It shatters in that weight, and a chunk flies off at neck level.
Fuck you in particular.
I just take a boulder to the ribs.
You take it worse.
You actually took it to your back. So.
I was gonna say, did you choose to rage? Because you
No.
resist bludgeoning damage.
No. This is budgeting.
Yeah.
You are getting hit by a mountain.
Yeah.
Rob Knight, how could you? We've been betrayed.
You are going to take this damage,
Yeah.
and then I need another dexterity saving throw to not fall off the mountain. But
Okay.
the
Any of
damage
us
is
grab him?
61 bludgeoning damage.
Gunmar is right next to him.
I'm alive,
Would
so-
you be able
Within.
to grab him? Would you be able to try and-
61.
Like as a
I will.
reaction?
Yeah. Well,
Well, because the
This
idea
is
is me, you, and
You
you
were busy running
are all
away.
very focused on getting
Not,
away from the
like,
Yeah.
that's fair.
So
that's fair.
I get advantage
Hey, can
on
Darwin
dex.
try to grab him?
I
Because
already-
Darwin's not trying to get away from the mountain?
why aren't you getting away from the mountain?
I was getting away from that.
Yeah.
Oh, you were getting
Yeah.
away?
Um,
He was bracing Gunmar.
Okay.
I already get advantage on dex saves against things I can see.
That's fair. We also
You
don't
can
want you
see
to
the
fall
mountain.
off the mountain.
No, that's fine.
Quentin
No, I
probably
was-
knows Featherfall.
No, I
That's
was,
fine.
I was just thinking because, like, you'd probably give advantage if you were able to help.
Rage
yeah.
on the way down if you fall.
Plus
Because hitting the
2
ground
to
is
your
bludgeoning
saving
damage.
throw. Plus 2 to your saving throw.
I'll allow it because we're doing theater of the mind.
That is, 24.
The rock that hits you is about the size of you, and it hurts. It hurts a lot, and you also want raging, so you take the
I
full
felt
blood.
all of it.
Yeah, all 61 points of bludgeoning damage hits you in the back,
It's anyone
and
else that's
you
dead.
can kind of hear a couple snaps as a few ribs decide to move out of the way. But you brace and go with the flow and do a tuck, and the roll flows over you and off the ledge. But using all of your might, your feet and hands on the ground, they get scraped up quite a bit, but you are able to hold, and you do not get flung off the side of the mountain.
Woo!
Yay!
I get back up after that.
Oh my god, Beck, are you
Is
okay?
everybody alright? Oh,
Heck.
fuck.
Been better.
Mhm.
Ah.
Gunnar, can you help at all?
Cure wounds.
I had 28 health left still.
Holy
Damn.
cow. Barbarian,
Barbarian,
man.
That's more than half of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Oh, what above average?
Rolled out a handful of grubs. Wasn't he?
Kinda.
They look strangely appetizing.
If you're gonna
this
eat
time
one,
around.
eat as many as you want.
Yeah, because we eat one, you're...
You go taste
8.
numb.
You just want them all.
I'm just gonna eat the grubs
You
and
get 10 health from grubs.
Don't you have 20? Or do you have 10?
I have 10 right now. I'm
Okay.
going to make 10 more.
Oh, yeah. I
'Cause
know
I'm
that
currently
makes
out
10
of
if
drug.
it's lame.
Out of
I
grubs.
am
Out of
above
drugs?
half health now.
Did you get the wall?
Yes, I had an 18 between
Grub
the two of
drug.
them.
But yeah, that rock rolls over the top of you and your thing and just flies off. And it takes
Or...
an oddly long amount of time to hit the ground as you find yourself about 1,500 feet up.
That looks spectacular.
Squirk's 20 feet over there, like,
Holding
wow.
a very confused kobold.
It all happened very fast. It's fine.
I mean, he's confused, but he's not so confused that he's fighting you because he's 1,500 feet up in the air.
Bring him over.
Even if he did fight you, he's 2 feet tall. Just keep grabbing him.
You bring him over. He is in a stupor at this moment. He's lolling and he doesn't seem to be fully conscious, but he's also not unconscious, so he's not like a dragging
Should we
body.
just carry him down and deal with it when we're not on the mountain?
Yeah.
You can see he is bleeding from a few parts
Oops.
as
You can do it.
the erosion that happened over the 70 years chipped bits of him off, and now that they are flesh, he just has open wounds across his body.
Yeah, get it-
I used all of them to help sick people.
You have
You
all
have
your.
more
That's all your lay on
cure
hands. You
That
have
was
cure
your lay on
wounds and
hands.
spells.
You have spells.
Oh yeah, I have cure wounds.
Or do we?
Bleeding cobalt.
Yeah.
Cure wounds.
How much?
That would be a D8. So
Does that add your charisma or anything?
Yeah.
So it would be probably 6 cure wounds.
You see the bleeding slow. He still has quite a few wounds though, but he seems to be stabilizer, more so. But you can see that he probably has a way to go in recovery.
Score, but not again. Budge up what little bits Gunmore didn't get.
Doctor him up.
You can,
As much as you can.
yeah,
doctor.
give me a medicine check and you can help bandage his wounds.
I knew we were saving cobalt now today.
Sparky. How okay with it? Eating bugs are kobolds.
Inspiration.
Typically pretty good. This one lived under a mountain his whole life.
Right.
Fuck.
May I offer him something?
Be a good
It's
idea.
2 digits.
Okay. Using your bandages and medicine kit,
No, I don't actually have.
Somebody does, I thought.
We have one.
Godfried had one.
I'm efficient in
Dartmouth's
medicine.
not here anymore.
Did we never pick up another
God
one?
bless his soul.
I think some. Does Vanya have
I
it?
got herbalism
Does-
and poisoner.
Vanya might just have it. We don't know because we don't have her character sheet.
I was gonna say Vanya's got whatever she's been using to make health potions.
Oh yeah, check that sheet. That's actually more up to date.
We'll,
Bag of holding staff,
Very easily. They're located all over the place. Okay, not all over the place, but like go to zoo.
Druids would have one. Or are we not
I mean,
going-
yes, no, they would. It'd be a druid flavored one, but yeah, they would have one.
Herbalism kit.
Also, I'm not.
You don't have to be. It's not a tool like that.
Yeah, she just has the herbalism kit.
You guys don't have actually like
we don't have a
bandages.
medicine kit to do that with.
Tanner will pull out a shirt and hand it over.
Like, do you
Improvise.
still have shirts? Because you've done this before. Do you have more shirts?
I have.
I just got a new shirt.
Yeah, we
I
all
have
just got.
Oh,
clothes and
yeah,
a
I guess, yeah.
costume.
You have a what?
I have clothes and a costume. Probably from
What's
my
your
background.
costume?
I
Your
don't.
disguise kit came with a disguise. Is where the costume
Oh.
probably came from.
Oh, we can totally use that. We can cannibalize the heck out
Gunmar
of
takes
that.
off his belt.
No.
For a tourniquet.
Yeah.
For his surface
His
level
face
wounds.
is where the bleeding is happening. Don't put a tourniquet on that.
To put him out of his misery.
I got
Yeah.
some socks.
I will say that the bleeding is across his body, so it's not in one place or anything like
I
that.
hit Boulder to save this man.
I like hold up some
No.
grubs, just like writhing in my hand.
Um,
Will make you feel better.
He's not awake yet. He's in a stupor.
Just shut
Oh,
Oh, we
up.
can force
Yeah,
feed that.
no, I can.
Alright, you shove him in.
We force feed the man grubs.
Alright.
Kind of
Um,
coffee on his face.
I'm gonna
He
feed-
doesn't
feed
seem
him
resistant.
10
Bird.
grubs.
My-
Wake him up.
As you like just slide him in, they just slide down his gullet.
Oh god.
There you go.
You didn't chew them first.
You
Probably
need
better.
to.
It's better if you don't.
But yeah,
Shoot 'em.
They're like pills.
you give him 10, right?
Yep.
They seem to help. He's had 16 points of healing on. He's looking a little better. But he's still asleep, on a stupor. He's bleeding a lot less now, but he's got major wounds still periodically around him that are near arteries.
Quentin, can you
That
help
all-
with this at all?
I actually don't prepare those kind of spells
That's
that
alright.
often.
Fair.
Well, he should be good to make it down the mountain. We should be
I
able
was
to
gonna
find
say, I
him.
don't know that Vanya prepares healing spells.
Gunmar will cast another cure wounds.
There you go.
You can do it at a higher level.
Yeah, if you want to do it at a higher level, you
That's
can.
another 6.
All right. That brings him up to 22.
I have just a regular potion of healing.
At that, you can see his major damage bits have stopped bleeding at this
I just
point.
need him to be stable.
Yeah. A number of his major higher wounds are. You realize that these wounds were not deep on the surface, but because of the cracking of stone and how it settles, probably went deep internally. And so he had a lot of damage internally that you have since now finally closed, and the wound closure has reached the edge of a lot of those wounds, and he's no longer he's no longer bleeding.
You're hungry.
Yeah.
He's very full.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's 10 days worth of food, and it's like eating those
Yeah, sense of being.
sensitive.
He's gonna wake up and be like, I should be starving.
I was gonna call it Genko bean. I don't know. Suddenly, this orange cobalt takes a little bit, and his eyes open and flutter, and he
Just
goes,
we're holding him like a baby. Or not gonna holding him like a baby.
Right over
and
here.
he speaks in Draconic.
Haha! Dragon Boys.
Who are you, and where am I?
Everyone's fine.
I'm Bark.
I'm gonna give him a quick rundown. You petrified yourself to save your tribe.
I remember that. Where are they? How long has it been?
It has.
70
I'm gonna. Yeah. It has been 70 years. We have found the tribe.
You see
is
that he
alive.
is giving kind of a 1,000-yard stare once hearing 70 years as the shock is hitting him.
Tribe is alive and well.
Know how many he saved?
Just a different place.
No, a descendant. Zurich.
Did you? Yes.
Zurich
Do you know the name?
I do. My son.
He's the.
Very much alive.
Is he now?
It is a long trek back.
I might need some assistance.
We'll
I'm
absolutely
still
help
carrying you.
I will say the moose couldn't make it up.
I
That's
know.
fine.
Yeah. The moose physically couldn't fit.
Now, if you had a goat, I would allow that.
The joke is that Beck is also gonna ride the moose because Beck hurting
I'm above half health now.
now.
My name is Berlin.
Burn.
Spelled like the city. I'm keeping a theme on that. So Zurich is spelled with an X, not a Z.
Yeah.
I really liked how
I
I
would
you
make
spelled
a
that. I got that from a
joke
name
involving
one.
a wall, but
But
Draconic,
don't. Please
Draconic
don't.
is just German.
Yeah?
No, because we use other
Draconic
things.
is Norse.
Norse
it's
and
a-
Skyrim.
It's a lot of things, but we
Draconic
are
is
pulling from Skyrim.
Every harsh language you can think of.
Yeah.
Does it have guttural noises? Yeah.
I am keeping themes to certain things, but I'm also being loosey-goosey with it. Like, a
Yeah.
fuck ton of Druidic is Welsh, but also Welsh doesn't have a, like, tell me how to pronounce this button. So it's whatever I can pronounce. It's also been Irish Gaelic as well, which is close, but not the
Every goblin thing that I've been thinking of is Beck and things like that.
I'm a halfling. Hi. He's
which
a human.
I've
Hi.
always, I've always thought halfling is French.
The
Aw.
canonic word for retreat is the
Take a
Ark.
song.
No.
Because there is a
Apparently all
in the
halflings
troll
are
module
cowboys,
there is
according to
a
me.
city called Yelyark.
Well, also, you can see
A
that
number
in
of humans I do with Latin, similar to Skyrim styles. You have Imperials.
Anyway, Berlin.
Berlin stands up. He is a little taller than Zurich, but he is also, as you can tell, really significantly younger. You knowing kobolds and how to age them by look, he's maybe 30s.
Ooh.
This is what magic is for. Okay, we just
There
petrified
would
Zurich.
be a lot to get used to. They've years of they work in conjunction with
Good to hear. Hopefully I will rest there a bit and we can move on and make a home soon. Back in the mountains where we both glad they've been able to survive this period of time. Resilience of the tribe could make means that they probably have resources to easier.
There is also the option for themselves. Home without risk of I saw you here at that accident. Brave sacrifice you did, but didn't have to be a sacrifice.
Thank you for that. 70 years is quite a long time to be a
And Sparky does kind of chuckle at that.
But it's me. Let us go to them. I wish to see my son again.
It'll take us.
All in Draconic.
We will.
Mhm.
We will take you there immediately. In the meantime,
You said that?
I introduced everyone. The one like first.
Mhm.
This is
Drumulok.
Sport.
You look?
You don't
He
look.
was the one that pulled you out. Beck and
Yeah,
Gunmar here.
Dremulok apparently doesn't mean greetings. It means something.
Yeah, now it does.
And now
Now
you
means-
do
now
things.
means greetings.
Um,
Definitely not greetings.
but something Parthenax says to you every time you go visit him on the mountain.
Oh,
Followed
it means
by
dragon born.
No, that's Dovahkiin.
That is Dova King.
The
Uh,
little one, scaleless.
Maybe it means
Dova
go throw
King,
yourself off the
Drumulok.
mountain.
Greetings.
Regardless, this is Beck and Gunmar. Orc and Gunmar are the only ones that just speak Draconic other than us. But Gunmar here
Thank you, Alex.
held the mouth of the. Well, we rescued you, along with the help of Darwin, who cast
Drumulok.
Tensor's floating disc, floating, and Tanner who helped brace.
What?
Give them my thanks. I appreciate
He
it.
says thanks.
Good to see others have known our dragon tongue. Thank you for your help.
What does Dremulok mean, Gaze?
It's fire.
It's. I think it's one of the ones that combined like with each other mean a. Because why?
Yol is fire.
Yeah.
Would that be like good morning then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going
Up
to
and
post.
needs greetings now, motherfuckers.
I mean, good morning is close.
I could
Yeah.
see good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
good evening.
Anyway,
Good morning. Greetings.
Let us travel then.
very well.
I wish to see my people.
We do have one small stop immediately on to.
It's on the way.
It is on the way.
Excellent. Let me speak to you as we travel.
Okay.
And you see him like get up, and even though not at full health,
You might need help.
he seems to be of a sturdy build, of a strongness to
He held
Oh.
up
He
a
held a
mountain.
mountain.
He turned himself to
Yeah,
stone.
that was magic.
But it had to be pretty thick stone
Yeah, not
to
all
hold up a
stone can
mountain.
hold up a mountain. We're
Tell-
gonna get back down. Road Knight's gonna be like, ooh.
Probably not. She's mentioned that like she noticed like the people that are actively mining her of like, oh, that's happening.
Yeah, but she
she's-
wasn't
she's-
expecting things to happen
yeah.
over here.
She's rather like
Surprise.
her sense of scale is so different. Like
No, that's just funny to think about. Like she knows we went that way, and then all of a sudden, thunk happened.
I wonder if they'll come back.
Thunk and a part of yourself just fucking cannonballed into the distance.
but this is happening as you're traveling down. 80 and 84. Tell me, among that tribe, have any come forward and been blessed by our god?
And Sparky does smile a wide smile. Zurich, in fact, has.
Boy has followed in my footsteps. You can see the emblems around him that mark him as a shaman also mark Aura of Bahamut.
Oh no, he would have turned around and walked the other fucking. No, he has a respect for the kobolds, which are good aspects.
This is good to know that they have been having an ethical one to be able to follow them. And a tribe without its spiritual guidance can be lost easily. Many individuals of our group have been lost, for they have taken different paths in life. They're strong together, good to have a guiding force amongst them. Continue that in light. You yourself seem one of magic and power. Are you yourself touched?
Well,
It's kind of,
complicated. I was not given my magic by. And this is the first time you guys
is that for
have.
Gunmar?
I have been.
Yeah. Three
Oh,
of us
this is the
have.
first time you've heard of it.
Yeah.
You're getting the feeling that Berlin can't speak
Doesn't
common.
speak common, yeah.
I have been by one reason.
So you sign in platinum and swirl along the cardinals, fuck the canaries. Just ruby, no onyx or terzonite or ivory or aquamarine or sapphire. I should
I'm
say.
assuming that's
That's Tiamat.
That's Tiamat. More than one color is Tiamat.
no truth, ruby.
Amethyst and things. That's,
I'm very aware.
yeah. No, I'm just saying like.
Yeah. Well, no, because the color
Purple.
I'm saying is very relevant.
Purple.
Interesting.
No, that's just
You, has the name come to you?
So, has a name?
It has.
It has.
or it's Sardior in Draconic.
Sardior is Sardior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you've heard me say often.
It's not Team Lord of Sardior.
We're walking and talking.
Yeah, you are currently going down the mountain. They are small enough to actually go side by side. Cobalt, a little over 2 feet tall. A little more than that. He's actually taller than you, by the way. He's a big guy.
It's not hard to do.
He's 2'2".
Sardior, the gem touched. They are who translucent and who balance the world. Pressures be push on both sides, but they push the other. Not too far and not too much. They are the balance that allows others to walk. They are the floor of which we are They are the foundation for which we build ourselves. The chosen are few, far between, and only come when you be chosen of Sardior. You carry a great weight, deep responsibility.
I am paying attention. I'm just,
Yep. Oh no, I mean you catch up. Tell me, after this night is done, you might be visited soon, as this seems to be a great moment. Want saving another. Listen closely to what he says for these actions. Now that you are known, every action you take takes greater importance.
Starts doing the bird thing like.
Those groves do you make, eh?
Generally 10. Today 30.
The totally this in mind, and I would like to regale you with what it
You're
We have long to travel. Tell me,
From the ground.
tell me of your journey, and I shall learn of the world from my own kin. In this particular way, he actually does an inflection on
Nice
kin to
RP
mean
flavor.
direct descendant, as in Zurich. Because
can't
there's a way to
tell.
say kin as in my tribe and kin as in my direct descendant. It is not a commonly used form, most kobolds are communally raised. This form does not get used that often. The fact that he recognizes Zurich as not only his son, but like is claiming him, is kind of an older, different thing. It's a mark of the times.
What?
History has its eye.
Are you gonna throw away?
I don't watch Hamilton. Fuck.
You know enough to know that's
Yeah.
the reference.
I know enough because Gage and Sadie watched Hamilton.
Chosen of Sardia only come out when majored on the line.
Sparky needs his own page in your book.
Sparky does, but the whole book is Sparky's book.
Every page is Sparky's.
Except for the last like full.
Oh,
Just
shit.
Sparky's pages.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to hear what he has to say for your actions day. But you do not need to let me know. Let your friends know, but just heed those words carefully and with great importance.
No, Argus.
Nonetheless,
Thank you.
tell me what you have done with my people.
They're dead.
Well,
If you would like, we can skip over.
yeah,
like,
we'll
yeah.
He'll give him the whole.
You got plenty of time to do so.
No, I'm enjoying the nonsense of Darwin
So I have
and
an
Tanner, like at the back of the group, just
of
chatting.
Sardior.
Please, yeah, you keep
and
talking.
a paladin of Eastern.
But yeah, I like I'll leave nothing out.
Chosen
Out of
for
respect
that
and out of the fact that he'll
Chosen.
find it out
We have three
eventually
very
anyway.
important people in this
Like I'll include Urak and everything. Like
Four.
the field
actually.
trip.
Right here.
The best
Okay.
part is, like, you served as a balancing force in that, too.
Yep. Yeah. So like yeah.
Weird.
Okay. One, you guys get to the bottom of the mountain.
Yeah.
Easy
Woo!
enough.
No,
Right.
right there.
I will say,
But back on top
by
of
the
the
end, by the time you get to the bottom of the mountain, that's when the story concludes. Like, you've filled them up.
Yeah.
By the way, it's about 2 p.m. now.
Beck, do you agree to being put on Roger?
What?
Okay.
That's rude.
Whoop.
Gunmar puts you on Roger.
I look at my empty lunchbox, sad that I ate.
You can pick up some before we...
Yay.
It might not be as amazing unless you keep it in there for a day. We have some bread to go.
He ate your bento?
Yeah.
It was bread.
Cool.
What already?
As soon as I got it,
Squark sees bread and eats it. He doesn't really save things for later.
I've
I would
written
say he
down-
went full monkey brain, but he's a bird.
Bird brain.
I wrote down a single flaw in it.
Ooh.
Well, like, it wasn't even a second meal, it was just seconds.
It was just food.
You guys, you're now walking to the mother tree, and Quinta speaks up and goes, "We shall be traveling via plants, and we'll be using the mother tree. We don't have long to travel through. It's be a single file line. Once you see the hole open, rush through. Do not worry about those behind you. If you're slow, you will be pushed. If you trip, you might fall. But anything is better than getting stuck in the
The land.
Don't.
Oh god, no.
We're heading- the mother tree. We
Fine.
go."
No.
As you were going, and as Berlin has now taken in your whole story, could you give me a persuasion?
I have a line on my character sheet for days since last bath at 9.
Oh.
You don't generate smell. You're a
I'm
skeleton.
gonna use the
What
second.
The bugs do.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna use another inspiration this session.
When he washes it, just cleans out all the mess the bugs have
Yeah.
made.
That's stinky.
Damn it.
Okay,
True
so
that.
that is a 16.
True
But,
that.
like,
Okay.
Actually, though, I have a bunch of bugs.
Could
from
be
my
worse.
Could be
window.
worse.
Could be
Could be way
worse.
better.
Yeah.
Could have used that. I should have saved their inspiration.
It's just gonna
I
get
could've
worse
used
as I
that
collect
chat.
more.
That's how the cookie.
As you are going towards the mother tree, Berlin speaks up.
I think so.
Listen to your tale. And
It's a lot like
son. His son is a lot like
his
his
son's
dad.
a lot like
His
dad.
son's old enough to be his dad now.
God.
Hey, listen, Zurich didn't have any kids yet.
So they're good kids.
Oh, has he?
But it's communal. So,
Oh yeah. Well, listen, now we have a line of chief.
woo, hierarchies. Dynasties. That's what we need. Kings.
Kobold dynasties.
I've thought deeply of what you have said. I think you embody your Sardior's teachings well, whether you knew it or not at the time. I think you've made great strides in enacting a balance in this little microcosm of the world. I think you have done him proud in this action. I would love to go home Be my son again. Artior has made his presence known with your existence. I will defer to you then. I believe you have made the right choice as it stands. You allow me to go and see my son again. You believe a balance shall be. Do not know in which way. Leave this choice to you.
I made my decision when I released from
You see a tension kind of release from him as he was willing to put his belief and trust in his God or himself, like any good cleric. But deferring to you, and as the one who made the action, and giving you that responsibility, he is happy. Thank you. Let us go home. Or this new home. Seeing that you have stopped talking, Quinton gets you all together, and you're at the base of the mother tree, to the left-hand side of the kitchen. And you see him about to do he sets up and is about to do a catwalk. Go single file, fastest in the front.
Ooh. Second.
Once you are through, do not stop
Third.
moving. As those behind you need to travel through. I will be going with you, and I will be the last to follow through.
Vanya will then.
Will Roger be able to fit?
I can make him be able to fit.
Just like poop him away.
Holding back.
I'm gonna walk.
No, he's holding
Beck's
back.
just sitting on the moose like, I'm confused as to why I was put here.
I do summon Roger.
You fall.
Just
Easily.
You're right.
I got hit with a boulder earlier. This is
He got hit
nothing.
with a mountain earlier and was fine. This is it's.
Oh yeah, Rock Knight smacks the shit out of you.
I should say that was mostly gravity.
Gravity smacked the shit out of you.
All right, ready?
We haven't met gravity yet.
You see him.
We just keep needing forces of nature.
He did the
I'm
same
down for
thing
that.
on the way here in the cart. This time he reaches out to the tree, and his hand just slides through, and you see him like wave it as though he was brushing away weeds or the limbs of a willow tree, and the bark just flows and ripples, and he's shaped like cord or bottom. And he goes, "Everyone go!"
Go, 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 go.
You all rush through.
We make sure the chief like has someone down.
Gunmark picks him up.
Yeah,
Berlin's
Berlin's got help.
You all make it through easy enough. He doesn't make it 10 foot wide just because we have a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he can do that. He is the last one out. You guys suddenly find yourself at the base of a very young mother tree. Surrounding you are glass windows in a circle.
You're in the source resource.
They are. That's why they have a tree here.
Various druids are mingling about and don't seem surprised by your sudden entrance until they notice the amount of you and how many of there are, and then
Also,
they
the
stop.
first one out was a bird.
It all happens kind of at the same time, 6 seconds at the same time. Like you all rush out.
Same round. Yeah.
By the time people realize what's happened, there's also a goblin and dragonborn.
Bird, goblin, dragonborn, kobold,
Two
kobold.
kobolds.
8 people come out in
Hair
6
halflings.
seconds.
Whatever you pass as.
A perfectly normal human. That's it.
Wearing a stick.
Nobody
They all
expects to say.
stop. They all stop what they are doing. Some of which you can see, especially near the ones near the doors, get in stance until Quentin exits. It's a very quick thing. They're just ready for stuff. But when they notice Quentin, they relax a bit, especially since he's bound or anything like that. He looks over and announces, like, "They're with me. It's all right." And you see some nodding heads. Some people don't even acknowledge anything. Another of them will keep going around and such. But you are in the center of the Circle for Forestry Resources.
Very non-druids have ever tread.
Mm-hmm. All right. He announces where you are. He goes, head this way. We'll head to the front door, and we'll get you back to this.
So much for an 8-hour journey back.
Oh, you're right. I apologize. We decided this kind of last minute. It turns out I needed to be here anyway.
You're fine.
Perfectly fine. I recommend you spend the night here and head out first thing in the morning. Play up your fears, pay your tab, all that jazz.
We have a tab?
No, we paid our tab because we weren't sure when we were coming back.
You were. Yes, you did.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What's it?
Oh
So
my god, we gotta pay Gunmar's tab.
no, Gunmar's tab would have been part of the party.
Oh, okay, okay.
So when you stay at an inn, you can put stuff on your tab. You're promising to pay it back before you get out of Dodge.
It's basically an IOU.
Yeah,
Thought I had paid for all my stuff front.
you can also do that.
Oh,
We
I think
had
that-
like the rooms on tab,
so you didn't have to worry about that anyway.
Okay.
but
Okay, so we're good.
we settled everything before we left because we didn't know when we were coming back.
Gunmar will not remember this.
Gunmar will continue to defer to Sparky and Tanner for all financial decisions.
He was not in charge of financial
Fuck that.
decisions
I'm
in the
changing
army.
that.
And you're talking to him, and you just see the knowledge
I'm not here
dripping
for that
back
kind
out.
of
Gunmar,
No,
oh.
an in-stage
Not on
of
the
8
carpet.
silver. I'm like, fuck that, it's a gold.
I feel like you've
I'm
It's
got
not
like
doing
the
that math.
DVD like
Yeah,
screen
spell
things kind of bouncing around in his skull.
Some people would lie and go, "Yep, understood." I feel like Gunmar's like, "Nope, none of that's sticking."
Fuck is here? It was one. Yes, I know.
Did
That's the
someone order
doorbell.
food?
I hope someone ordered.
Maybe
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say Topher might have. I did not because Bray got it.
Buckstone.
Yeah.
Oh, you also got steak today. Okay.
Give me the bread.
Hey,
Pumpernickel.
You can't demand Topher's bread.
Just want the bread. Pumpernickel.
If anything, Gage should have the bread.
You're being gifted bread. Give it to everyone.
Our bread.
Break bread.
Pass it around.
Why would you hand it to him first?
I was nice.
I've never had pumpernickel before.
It's quite good. It's one of my favorite kinds.
Hey, yo.
It's not
Angry.
dissimilar to like whole wheat.
Mm-mm.
A little sweeter.
It is going to be sweet.
You don't, have to take
I don't want
any.
this
Yeah.
much.
I will take the rest. So, he takes you to the entrance. You pass by the same woman that you've met before. Her monkey is still there.
Alabaster.
She glares at all of us.
Alabaster does just kind of stare you all down as you're walking past until she sees Vanya and just like,
he's wearing
Hi.
druid clothes.
it's nice. He knows you're not a druid.
Yeah, no, she knows.
Mhm.
Oh,
She's met you before. Her job is to keep anyone who's not a druid out of this building.
She knows we're
good
not
job.
druids.
You did it.
No,
if
Sparky
you-
doesn't say that.
It's
Sparky-
You're walking with the second in the leaf, which is her boss's boss's boss.
Is the monkey there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the
I give
monkey's
him
the one
piece of
glaring.
bread for my
I'm a
best.
ranger. That's like the second best thing.
It's close. It's not there.
It's as close as you can be with
You're a
Topher
diet
Druid.
druid.
Yep.
You're also
You are more welcome.
super dead.
Like Kirkland
Yeah.
brand druid.
I will say, handing him a piece of bread, he
No,
just, like,
dollars for a
as you
druid.
walk by, he just like reaches out super quick and yanks it from you and just like, I just don't trust you. It's like, he's giving the eyes like, I don't trust you, but bread's bread. You know.
Brilliant.
And Alabaster just watches you as you go on by. Quentin stays about her desk, and as you are around him, the doors to your back. And like, I want to thank you for coming to our village. I think there is much we can learn from each other, and I would like to see us be a little less isolationist, but to understand that Ladonite's vision goes on of centuries, and you've seen much come and go in that amount of time. Hard to convince her otherwise that we are here to stay, especially when she truly knows more than anybody else. Nothing. I hope you finish up your work here soon, and be able to get on your way. But should you ever need a friend in the druid circles, please let them know you speak on my behalf as trusted fellows. I'll send word to the circles. I don't know how much it will give you. I don't have much power in the greater organization, but it at least should allow you an audience once or twice. Use it sparingly, unless you make a greater name for yourself.
Till we meet again.
He shakes your hand, shakes everyone's hand.
Pleasure meeting
You
you.
turn around so you can check all of our hands at once.
Falls.
A giant spider.
Still 8 legs.
Dire spider.
There's like shaking 6 people's legs, just falls forward.
He turns into an octopus, so him being on the ground is normal, and then shakes all the
Why is it wet? Should it be wet? You wouldn't wet when you transform.
Dry octopus.
Anyway,
That's a texturally unpleasant.
At the very least, you presumably put half down.
You either put half
I
or
think
the
you
whole
put
thing.
half down.
Either put
I
half
think you
down
were
or
the
pay
only
for
one
it.
that didn't pay all the way up front.
Cat.
Are you broke?
Hey, what the fuck?
Are you broke?
I have 120.
I mean, the party can help buy you.
I'll help you.
Yeah, we'll help you out.
Lookstone's nice to have.
We're a bunch of charity people, basically. Especially this one.
Well, we also realized that,
I mean,
like,
yeah.
Squork being better at things means Squork dies less.
Yeah. Oh my
Not
god.
necessarily.
Squirk is the baby of the group. We're all taken care of.
Oh yeah, he's the youngest.
I am
Most
7.
Aarakocra are the youngest.
I'm 7.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting you are this. You
Yeah,
are a baby.
Aarakocra
Yeah.
are super young.
That being said, you guys are now in the Togoth Ward, outside the Circle of Forestry Resources. And it's... I'm going to put it at 2...
5.
It's like 2:30, yeah. Like, there was a little bit more conversation and goodbyes and stuff.
Do we want lunch or do we want to just head down to the...
I was gonna head down to the kobolds. Well, it works around the clock.
All right.
I'm sure sleep does not matter.
They
It's a
probably
particular
have
thing of
lunch.
things. You know what? That's a good
Let's
point.
go have lunch
Let's go
with
have
them.
lunch with the kobolds.
Yeah.
Easily done. Takes you 30 minutes to get over to the Grove Circle. You take your kind of now most common route
Our
down.
path to the kobolds.
The short one.
Yep. The shortest one is still like a 5-minute walk, but it's not that bad. There's probably, if you're a runner, there's probably a couple like squeeze holes that are technically closer, but they are exclusively for like kobold size.
Me and Burr way faster than
But yeah, you guys get there, and it's a hustling and bustling day. Everyone is talking a lot, even though it's been only a couple days. People are still talking about what they've heard about the surface during the field trip. As not all of them could go, a number of them were told secondhand. Thanks to Zurich and Urdak. Especially Urdak. Urdak, thank you. Yeah, there is no D. Urdak. You can, he knows minor illusion.
Yeah.
So he's making things and showing, like, this is what it was, and, like, this is how big it was.
Two people put, this is when one guy put the fear of God into a group of children.
And another one had to save the day.
But yeah, it's a whole lot of that, and he's able to make even pictures and stuff from his viewpoint come to life. It is a 2D form.
Yeah.
So he's been able to really show off a lot of stuff, and you can see people have already implemented. There are a number of people that make pots down here. It's just, you know, it's pottery, but they started like painting onto it scenes from the surface.
Shit.
And
Yeah.
like implementing like food items and stuff in clay form as reliefs
With the kobolds.
would be very better than them. A shitty goblin cult potter is better than like an elven master.
You could run a master class for the kobolds.
Oh, you can't teach anybody.
Well, not how to make soul pots.
How was that one
Like, how
brick
to
maker I
make
gave a
pots.
God complex to?
Oh god.
He didn't get a god complex. He felt very like
Validated?
He was overwhelmed.
he was a little overwhelmed, but he realized like, you know, cultural differences. He didn't quite mean it as much as that. You gave him a really great day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it did not go to his head.
I would've
But
left
yeah,
if he was
you guys are in the
hurrying
Cobalt,
ahead with bricks.
Well, the Cobalt Village.
Straight to Zurich.
What?
Zurich's
Zurich.
area.
Oh, okay.
We are
Sorry.
finding him first.
Easily done. He is in his room. You can see there are 2 runners to the doors.
Is one of them?
No.
We would like to speak with Zurich.
He awake.
Is he awake?
Certainly. One
Alright.
second. As you know, at this point in time, most people down here, excluding the runners and a couple people, all speak Draconic. So, Zurich speaks Common. He opens the door, and Zurich is sitting there with Urdak. They are sitting there. Urdak, God, I think in one of the surveys somebody put a D in that. Now that's
It
I
very
did.
well might have been me.
I also
Okay.
definitely spelled it with a D.
Cool.
Okay.
I didn't spell it with a D because I didn't include him in the survey.
Yeah, Urdak. You see him
I
both
may or
sitting
may
there.
not have. I don't
Um,
remember.
You also see finished bowls, empty bowls, I should say, at like on trays at their feet. They enjoyed a meal together and are currently talking. They've mentioned that they do this kind of often.
I walk. Sorry, I missed the meal. Bring great news.
They went to you and
And we
please come join us.
And
we present Berlin.
I'd like you to meet Berlin.
Berlin. That's an interesting name. This is Eric. Please come forward. It's weird to see someone of following.
Berlin doesn't speak common, so I'm just gonna interject.
It's weird to see a new kobold of our color scheme. Where does he come from?
I want to do it. Fuck you.
If Zurich
No.
is 70, and this was 70 years ago.
Would that be?
Yep.
Zurich, I am your father.
Not the quote, but still funny.
I found this man, this kobold,
No, I am your father.
mouth of the cave that this tribe used to inhabit. Berlin.
Held the lip of the cave as I was carried at the time. I don't remember much, he turns to Berlin. I don't remember much, if not anything. I've been told stories of your actions. You have the life tribe on your hands. Thank you for your sacrifice. And welcome you into our bonds. Thank you. Did what any of my power and position could do. Thank you for accepting me among your fold. Will do what I can to make myself useful.
We will, for you three.
Urrak was that?
Eric's in the room right now.
No, like at
Yeah.
70 years ago.
Yeah.
Well,
Uruk
yeah.
Oh,
wasn't
God,
part
yeah,
of it.
no.
Yeah.
Urik's still gonna want to be there.
Oh yeah.
I include Uruk.
That's what he wants
Just
you to
like
do.
out of respect. I felt I was honoring his sacrifice. That believe you.
Thank you. Berlin says to you. Turns to Zurich and so you are Zurich. I remember you. Yet to me, it was but yesterday that I saw you. Allow me to tell you of our past.
That's where
We
you're
need
gonna
out of the
just-
room.
Homer
You
Simpson.
go get lunch.
And yeah, you'll get lunch.
Awesome
Gunmar
curry
would need
kobold
to
lunch.
stop by Cloak and Boots.
Easily
After
done.
lunch.
Yeah.
You guys do eat. It is kind of leftovers per se, but the kitchen never really closed. I will say they have been trying stuff that they were told about upstairs, and so
You brought bees. Did you bring honey?
In a few weeks.
that might be a little hard.
Would I have any honey?
I would say you might have a honeycomb or two that you brought with you because they do eat the honey and
It's for the bees, though.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
to
it's
like
only enough
feed
for
the
bees.
yeah.
Should we
But-
turn Darwin into an ant?
But yeah, you do have a nice filling meal of kind of. They're trying. I don't really have a name for it, but they're trying a dish that they heard about, and it has very much cobalt flavors, just packaged in a different form. The texture's a little different, but it tastes good. You know, it's not amazing. They're trying out. You know,
They heard about jacket potatoes, and so they
Ah.
did their best to like jacket potato curry.
They just put it.
Leather.
It's garnish.
but yeah.
They eat the leather.
Actually, no, that might be a good thing because they do have potatoes, and they heard about that. But say they never had jacketed potatoes, or they take it the cobalt way, so they wrap it in
Tinfoil.
big leaves,
Mm-hmm.
and when they take it out of the fire to then eat, they quarter it instead of cutting it, and they mix in like they don't know what goes on top. They would just said like and garnished with other things, so they really put like just a spoon of curry in the middle, and it like flows out of the four corners and makes a little dish.
Sounds so good.
And
I
so
definitely imagine when you said quarter it.
Oh.
You know.
They attach it to four
Yeah,
tiny horses.
I imagined 4 quarter-length sizes of like
French
how
fries.
like how no not like French fries like pickles.
Yep.
Like quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like down the.
like steak fries, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
fries?
this is like
Yeah.
from like if you have the potato, and like cut it this way and this
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
And then like you separate that, and then you put curry just in the middle, and it goes out all sides, and just like you know,
It does sound
That
delicious.
does.
Yeah.
So the potato is replacing the rice as your starter.
fundamentally, yep. But like it's to them, that's a jacketed potato.
Because they
But yeah,
have no
you
rules.
have successfully introduced Berlin back into the Ridgemont Society.
Undermine everything you've done.
Right thing to do.
Nothing bad could ever happen from this decision.
No. Bringing back past people never goes poorly.
Never. I personally love it.
Never.
We come back like 5 years later. Richmont's in ruins.
But yeah, we'll
5 years later, something went wrong.
we'll catch up on what happens from that and other things. But yeah, you got the rest of the day. Call it 3:30.
We gather the things that we've ordered.
Easily done. We're gonna fast track that. So he
We
owes
pick up
money.
a medicine kit.
That's 45 gold. So
Cool.
just take it out of wherever. he
Yeah, no,
keeps
I'll
it.
take it out of
Party
party
funds,
funds.
yeah.
Gunmar would go to Zooks and like.
And make sure someone adds it to the character sheet.
When he comes back, I'll let Gage know. Because Gage, I think.
Most likely, he is proficient in medicine.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't remember.
Oh, maybe.
Gunmar will take his like cloak of protection and the fucking boot and just give it to Zurich and ask
Yes.
him to be
Zook.
Zook.
Mm-hmm.
And
Johnny's
ask him
also
to make
There we go.
boots kind of match the armor, the aesthetic that he's currently going for.
Well, I mean, I can paint them and like dye them a little bit, but yeah, okay, I can make it work.
Cloak of protective billowing.
Well, are they magic?
Yes.
It's a little harder to do. See, the magic itself has a preserving effect. It gives items imbued with magic as a natural recourse of resiliency. Fortunately, part of that resiliency is, doesn't like being changed to color. Possible, just doesn't like it. Takes some time and takes some gold.
How much
I
time?
could probably do it in a day per item, but I can probably do both at the same time, but it'd be like 50 gold a piece. Alright, come pick it up noon tomorrow.
Was that 50 gold for the pair of boots or 100 gold for the pair of boots?
100 for the pair. Sorry, no.
Yeah.
Exact opposite of that.
Yeah,
For the cloak
50
and
for
100 for the
Yeah.
total. 50 for the pair,
boots
50
are
for the...
one thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, 100 gold.
We have medicine kit now.
Woo!
Cool.
Officially.
There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else
Puts on,
need to
like,
pick up
his
anything
other
else?
Boots.
You had a batch of potions that were being made.
Oh, yeah, we need to pick up those potions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call them done, because I kind of lost track of how much
I
time.
don't remember.
It was a week's worth of time to make 10, fundamentally 40 hours, because she was doubling. I was just done. We're gonna call it done.
Oh shit! I get
So
some.
that was yeah, we ordered them a while ago.
I get some metal shavings to mix with that.
Yeah.
Oh, easily done. You
I make
go...
sure they're conductive metal.
Okay, yeah, no, that's important. The best thing you would want is copper, because that's going to give you the biggest sheen, highly conductive. If you wanted something that is more silver in tone, powdered silver is probably actually your best bet. And plus it's not only active and antibiotic, but not antibiotic, what is the thing? It kills germs.
Bacterial.
Thank you, antimicrobial. It works the same way that brass does. It destroys the walls.
Eat it, okay.
And they-
Go with the silver dust then.
Yep, silver dust is incredibly conductive and it's very shiny.
You
You
have
have-
that with the blue
The
second
blue
thing.
section.
Yeah, it's also like, a little bit, and it's probably not make any difference, but yes, it's antibiotic. So yeah, you easily do that. Because it is silver, I would say a single skull worth is gonna give you a plenty. Because honestly, like the amount of silver in one of those tiny little things is probably not
silver?
even like a silver's worth, maybe. And that's with like the shitty silver that is makes up the normal silver coins in this world.
Do you?
Mantis is like fly against his back and goes into the weaves and stuff like that. You didn't know if you didn't roll high, you don't see the mantis.
I think I'm good just sitting a little bit further forward. For now, at least.
We're gonna get to a point Darwin just can't sit down because he's got big
Yeah.
on his back that anywhere near a chair is just no.
Like, honestly, I'm not a heavy man,
No!
and I am
really.
covered in furs. So,
And then we get to a further point where he can sit down, but his chair is just.
No, I
bugs.
fully imagine that, like, if we opened your clothing, it would just be Oogie Boogie.
Yeah.
It's just bugs.
Maybe in the
Yeah.
future, but right now
It's-
you're pretty okay.
like,
Nothing
you're
past
noticing as I'm leveling up, there's definitely
There's just
more
some
bug.
bugs. It's amazing.
I'm like level 9 or something. There's gonna be an audible hum come or so.
There is. He picked up bees.
Anybody that gets close enough to Sparky will like actively, whether his eyes are sparking or not, will like Sparky just smells those. Like if you get too close to him, you will smell it.
A few
It's
more
become a
levels
natural
and, like,
musk.
the hair on people's legs will start like tingling when they walk near you
Yeah.
because you're far too short for the hair in their arms to
I
tingle.
touch people and their hair goes.
Starts
You
lifting up.
electrocute everyone. Static electricity.
Alright.
Hey, Gage.
But yeah, I don't think. Oh no.
Um,
Gage turned into a cat.
He's a drone.
Since we're fucking
Bleh?
bag
You're
at
having
that.
a moment today.
I'm having a friggin' week.
It's been a week, yeah.
But since you were talking about this with like getting a cart or
We
something,
have a cart.
do we?
Yeah, we have the one we stole from Theory.
Art?
Yes, it's a hand cart. It can't be
Yeah.
drawn by a horse.
Yeah, so like, do we want to consider getting a cart at
Where are
some
we gonna
point?
put it?
I mean, in the stables of whatever city we're in.
I mean, that is something that's easily manageable.
Mm.
If you're going to cities, you can find a place to stow it.
Do we have enough stuff we need a cart?
Well, it's more.
No, at the moment, but probably
I
will
think-
in the future.
And correct me if I'm wrong.
Enough
But the
people that
current
don't wanna
plan
walk.
is to head south to capital of the empire, because that's the best lead we have for Darwin as well as it gets closer to the desert for Squark and Gunmore.
And visiting a bunch of towns on the way to see about more kobolds.
And who knows what we'll find on those.
And materials as well.
Alright.
Squark's got to do his military training.
I'm not against it if we want to look into one.
I don't think it's absolutely necessary. I just think it might be nice.
Yeah, it'll definitely be helpful because
We do need
in all
something
honesty,
to pull
we'll probably
apart.
need one the next town we get to. So, I mean, might as well pick it up here in Richmond and
Yeah.
have some clout to get.
What do we want to pull it?
Roger.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, we have Roger. Side note, I don't think you can dismiss in.
You
We have to
separate.
cast the spell again in order to resummon it, but
Yeah.
it's still Roger.
Find Steve. Yeah, find Steve is.
Right.
I was imagining we're like sitting at the end and you're just like, Roger. Just there's a moose in the
Oh god.
middle of the dining
Just
room.
He
Like-
spawns under the table, so it goes.
Like the Gmod listen to sex, like.
No, I'm just imagining like he just kind of scuttles out and like the flap at the edge of the table comes out and just like a moose crawls out from under the table.
Was the Wainwright here or was that in Rodheim?
Water.
Right on.
Okay, couldn't remember.
I have his name somewhere.
I do too. I just wasn't
We
gonna go.
bought a
look.
medicine kit.
Put a medicine
it's
kit
on.
in your inventory.
It's already in his inventory? Question mark. Put the.
I didn't put the medicine.
No,
I'm
Gage
assuming
is going
some-
to write it
yeah.
down.
Okay, you get to add the
Because
medicine kit.
Squark is the one likely to be using.
We are
Oh,
currently
that's
discussing whether or not to get a cart while we're in here.
The general consensus is we might as well.
Have a horse eventually anyway, and he has a moose.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what we thought about. It was just like,
We should
Roger.
probably
what's more
start with a
intimidating?
single animal cart.
Mhm.
And when you get a horse. Granted, you're.
Alex pull a horse just in case. I mean, like either way, it can pull a
Well, yeah,
wagon.
it can. They're just built different. I grew up in Kentucky. Shut up. I know a lot about horses. Yeah, we should start with like a one animal / when we need
Like an
the
actual
two
cart.
animal cart.
Pick up my luck.
Henrik
if we're
Stuffle.
shopping.
Yeah, we're just running all the errands we didn't finish.
Yeah.
Henrik.
Oh, talking about a cart just reminded me of something that
I used to actually make
it's
notes.
basically just like an alternate goal that I thought would need some mishap once I dig it back up.
Oh.
But basically the gist of the thing that I found is, like you have like just you put a couple of gold words, crap that we bought and put on the wagon.
The wagon.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Windex is our wagon.
Yeah. But basically the idea is
Should
just
be
like
that far up in Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because you shared it Tuesday. Yeah. No, it's in general. That's because it bounced.
in the next few minutes I'm about to do this. Oh, that's a different thing.
Okay.
You can find out later.
Track harnesses and drawn vehicles. Ready when you are.
We want to get that tonight then? You know, before all the shops close. We'll head out tomorrow. Yeah, we're going south. We might as well.
We go.
You've met some. You haven't met. You have passed.
We know where to go.
Yeah.
We
right?
can
know where to
here
go find.
long enough that we can go just.
Know
There's
where
several different ones.
Wainwright
The one's
is.
closest to you is literally across the street from the tall.
We pick up our
We have that?
potions.
Yes, we do that as well.
Okay. The potions were 25 apiece, so 250 or 10.
Oh, whatever you.
Well, it's half the price of the looks.
Yeah, what was happening?
You've already paid for half of it. Melixno was a
Your scenario is 300.
I
Is it a common item?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're uncommon.
Well,
so-
it's an uncommon item. Sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like 150. 150 keeps coming in my head, so I'm gonna call it 150.
That's his brain.
Yeah, I had the number before you said
Okay.
that.
Yeah. I was just going off of worst
Yeah,
scenario.
let's
We
go
rolled
with that.
like a
If not, I'll
600 for
just
that.
No, I'm pretty sure he
What?
rolled half.
I just need like
Okay.
30 off the plus.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
I don't know what your party funds are at.
Ignore the day.
5,960.
Okay, party funds are.
I should have just been free money,
Okay, that's enough for.
Gunmore will pay for your food.
pockets full of, I guess, dry stale bread, but
You can buy new bread and put it in the bento box. I don't know how much bread you can fit in your bento box, but it'll
As
keep
you
the
might.
bread
I
fresh.
just squish it.
Yeah.
It'll be about a ration's worth.
You
Fuck
can buy a
off, what is
ration's
this?
worth of bread.
Darwin.
It's night.
The sun sets.
That's exactly what Darwin sounds like in a few levels.
Nighttime forest.
Well, Darwin,
Yeah,
Oh,
Darwin.
you're gonna have a lot of really confused critters come up to you like, you sound like food.
You're just gonna have.
Shoo! Shoo!
Go back to
You
the.
start attracting bats.
Not okay with this.
Help.
You just have like chipmunks trying to scurry up your legs.
It starts with the bugs, then he becomes a whole ecosystem. Darwin is
Fuck it, we'll try
is
this
a
one.
microcosm of a universe spreading into formation.
We've used that word 3 times this session.
Microcosm.
That's a fun word.
It is a fun word.
And
Next to or across the street from the Tall Elixir, where you picked up your potions, By the way, 10 standard box standard potions. That wasn't clear.
We should just distribute them.
250 gold, 10 of them. You guys have tons of healing now.
Yeah.
I'll make
Well,
sure you
half
get to
of it
use
the
it.
next fight.
So distribute 1 potion to everyone.
I'll just hold on to them.
Okay. So
Well, technically, I'll have 4 then, yeah.
You would
I'm
get,
getting
yeah,
one
you
and
would
then
get
I'm getting
4
the
total.
the point is, if somebody uses their 1 standard potion of healing,
Like a box
or we
standard
can,
potion.
yeah, just regular potion, or we can put a sticky note in her binder. Whatever we can. And I'm not sure.
Messenger. Send it to the chat.
Okay.
Oh.
Just want to make sure.
You walk up. It is a open. There's actually a word for this, and it's actually really bugging me. I can't remember for it, but it's a guy who buys and sells horses.
David.
It's not, but I mean that's
Equestrian.
no.
Nope.
Horse seller.
No.
No.
There's like a
Horse
legitimate like Victorian name for like,
It's like the guy with the hat is the
strongest
habernack.
horse is
Yeah.
too strong for you, traveler.
but it's literally a guy who buys, sells, and rents
Fine,
horses.
I'm looking for your 4th strongest.
You can also like, he's a guy who owns a stable, so you could leave your horse with him, and he'll take care of it and make sure it's fed.
Gotcha.
That's like a Victorian name. Point being, you find him. He's a big jolly fellow, humanoid. Has a pretty big gut, wearing overalls and a kind of yellowed woolen shirt underneath. He's got a straw hat on. He's about 6 foot tall, got big, looks jolly, and just like, hi yo.
Hello.
Can I interest you in some horses?
No, actually. Could you interest us in art?
I got some of those for sale. What kind were you looking for?
Will this take more than
Maybe not.
Gunmar will start casting find
Oh, okay. That's
so
fine.
Just have a loose.
Oh, I thought you meant real life minutes. And like, I don't know how long that's. I don't know if you like.
I didn't realize this would also increase.
Yeah.
Joe, you need a cart.
Yes. We need, for lack of a better term, because we don't know cart terms, we need an adventuring cart.
You need to hold stuff for people.
Both.
Both?
Then we're gonna probably go with the people one. Just the only difference is benches or no benches. And if you're gonna have
Gotcha.
anybody people, you want benches. Honestly, it doesn't cut down too much, especially if you pack it well.
Can the benches fold up?
They're locked in. If you want some kind of custom job, I could probably make it.
We're leaving tomorrow.
They're locked in. Now,
Gotcha.
granted, this thing holds its value. If you want to hawk it the next sale, you probably at least get half, if not more.
Okay. We will keep that in mind, but we'll go with the people.
All right. He takes you over to a line of carts. There are 3. 2 of them look to be pretty recently made, and they are of similar handicraft. And he has another one that looks slightly older, but not too much. It is painted. It is small. It is light blue. It's built similar, but like aesthetically, actually has a little bit more filigree on it. And if you look in the back, there are 2 benches that run along the lengths of it. You can put 4 people on each side.
Oh.
In D&D Combat World, no. In traveling,
The
because
D&D Combat World, 2 max.
Yep.
Yeah, no, once the swords come out, you want to be outside the blood circle.
Yeah. Swords make everything need more space.
But for functioning, like, hey, I'm just traveling down this road, 4 people on each side. A little tight, but not too bad. This has covering that can come with it. It costs a little bit extra. Or I can give you one of the other ones, and we can install the benches by tonight.
How much extra is the covering?
10 gold.
Sorry, I forgot to ask, how much is the card itself?
The base start at 35, extras go on top.
35 gold or 3,500 gold?
35 gold.
Okay.
You're rich.
Yeah, I know we're rich. I was just expecting to have to pay more.
That's 45 with the covering. Ooh.
Yeah, I think we'll take the covering.
Excellent. We have a couple other options as well. I can kind of throw in a couple different lanterns, some supplies, and 2 weeks feed for the horse for an extra 5.
We
There's
won't need a
12.
horse. Our horse is magical.
Okay.
Yeah,
You just see him just kind of. Just in the distance.
You see the outline of a moose forming.
Understandable. Does it come with its own bridle and girdling?
That we will need.
Gamar?
I will tell you as a paladin,
No.
it does.
Does
Oh,
it?
it does.
It does.
Yeah, Fine Steed comes with girding, paladin, and
You guys
bridle.
would know this because you've ridden on
Yeah,
it.
we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
We would know this.
It is
we've
written
seen Roger.
in the spell.
Neat.
It does say you take it off for 30 seconds, it disappears.
Yeah.
So
it's
you
not
are not.
equipment that you can like sell.
Yeah, you don't get to sell it.
Yeah.
But it does. It comes with its own
Cool.
accoutrements.
You would just need the part that actually.
A hit.
I'm gonna put that with the wagon, but yes.
Yeah.
Now we shouldn't need that. What was that about land?
Yep. Have 2 bullseyes on the front and 2 standard ones in the back. They give you nice full range coverage.
Yeah, a few, yeah.
We used them before we all bought goggles of night.
They're like
You-
point lantern stuff.
He'll point them out to you because he like goes over. He's trying to sell you these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are
for, like,
purpose built for
headlights.
this wagon, so they built in and bolted in, and they're basically headlights.
Gotcha.
They are out and to the side and show you light far down the road, probably at least 100 feet. Gold and comes from the front and back with enough oil for a long amount of time that we don't have to bother with it. This much oil.
It'll last you throughout the
Until
entirety
you
of the
throw it. I'm
campaign.
going to say it's in a bottle. And that's a resource for you. If you want to chuck it.
We have a flask of oil. If we use it on the cart, it doesn't go away. If we use it anywhere else,
If we use it on
it's
people,
gone.
it does.
It's like
Yeah, we'll
holy
go with
water.
that. It's an endless flask as long as you don't try to
Holy
fuck
water
with
works
it.
on literally everything.
All right. So I just watched all of.
But over 50
Besides
so
what
far.
holy water usually works.
So
Yeah.
far,
Mhm.
is there anything else?
But there's more.
Oh!
Kid
Well,
seats,
wait.
4-wheel drive,
All-terrain wheels.
spinning rims.
We'll put a little playing card in.
This card was actually part of the fleet belonging to the city itself.
Oh god.
As such, it is these seats can have cushioning on them.
Oh, really?
Now, normally we take it off and we sell it somewhere else, but we can reinstall it for an extra 2 gold.
Oh, only 2 gold? Absolutely.
Excellent.
Is there enough room?
Yeah.
In
This guy's eyes are just turning into dollars.
part per se with the roof for
Sorry,
you to
what?
be able to put a couple of hooks in and maybe hang, say, a hammock.
We can install those for you. You know what? You guys are really good and getting on. I'll throw in those hooks for free. I'll make sure my carpenters put them in.
With taxes, of course.
I gotta pay for the labor.
Goodbye.
Oh, God.
Well, I gotta say, thank you so much for all this.
Excellent, excellent. Thank
so
you.
with the lanterns, the cushioning,
5 or 57.
It's 52 right now.
it's.
Hold on, there's actually one more
I think
thing
it's
that I
57.
legitimately has.
Chrome.
No, it's a chest. There's a traveling chest option. There's a you can get a merchant's chest. Now these come in 2 kinds, and he brings out one, and you've seen it before. Well, you've seen the style before. It's the all metal version that you recovered one of these. They're all metal. They have hard locks, but they're portable. But he can strap it down for you and like really block it down there. So I have these ones. These are 15 gold apiece. Hardy, strong. Whatever you put in there is yours and yours alone. Plus, small and portable enough that you can take it into the banks in your own rooms when you get to town. So,
Did they like when we ambush?
no, that's actually the next thing he's going to show you.
Oh,
no,
good.
okay, not quite. Bercy had a hidden seat thing. So
Yeah,
it's
it
a little
was
different.
inside the seat too. It was technically a coat.
His was a carriage coach.
I think it could just be a horse trader.
Yeah, I couldn't find a word for it.
I couldn't find it.
I
I
couldn't
couldn't find a
remember
word for it.
I just know it's in Terry's Patrick books. He comes up periodically because he makes him sound like a used car salesman. This is fundamentally who he was at the time. Dye the hair, brush the teeth, shove some weaker in the butt, and boom, it's already double the price. Anyway, Terry Patrick. No, he shows you that. That's for 15 gold. Holds at least 1,000 coins of any denomination, if not more, depending on how you pack it in. Comes with 2 keys, and it's yours for the taking. But we also have a built-in travel. It has 10 cubic feet. It's built into the cart, and it's at the front of the cart right behind the driver. 10 cubic feet, built into the cart, so it stays whatever stays there, but it is waterproof, so you're plenty of downpour, you can keep your linens and other things in there. It's got a decent lock on it, and that lock is upgradable, depending on the way you take it. But more than all that, it comes with 4 keys, and we can easily reinstall it. Now, this was normally not a thing that was built into here, but I can waive the, what was the fees I was talking about? I can waive the labor cost and sell you it for cost for 20 gold.
Okay, what about both?
Well, that would come up to 97 total.
Would I be able to get in any kind of?
Free?
Well, because
Just give us
I'll
everything.
admit I am spending quite a bit of cash, and getting both chests is something we want, not necessary. Would it be possible to get a bit of a discount?
Give me a persuasion roll.
And extra keys.
I will count. That's not help. That's asking for more.
No, I know. I'm not trying to help. I'm,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying that.
He's
We're only
saying we
getting
have
2
more than
keys.
4 people.
Yeah.
We need to get
Okay.
keys.
Cool. I will answer that. I was really trying to
That's a
justify like,
different-
how the fuck is that help?
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to help.
benefiting the situation.
I'm not trying to make it worse. I'm just saying, like,
No, this
can we
is
also get this? Is that
no,
an option?
this is the 7 charisma, not reading the room.
I need more keys.
Quick, somebody give him help so he doesn't have to choose which dice to roll.
You know what? I was gonna make that difficult, but fuck it. You guys get more. She's like, I'm not gonna go through. Like, you don't have to go through.
Oh, fuck me.
Almost could have taken the D12.
14.
Sorry, with a used horse salesman. The masters of charisma. You know, there's labor costs, and you know, I'm gonna cover the title and the tax and fees. I hear you're outside tomorrow. I'm gonna have to make some of this a rush shot. I apologize.
How did he
but
hear we were leaving
We
tomorrow?
told him.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
why
you
did
caught
do
me,
that?
fool bat face. It's fucking Fury.
I will say I'll at least round it to a nice number, 95.
5. That's for both chests.
Both chest.
Right.
Is there anything else
With
you
the
want to try to
covering,
sell
the
us?
cushions,
The
and the
hooks.
lanterns.
The hooks
And the
And the hooks.
Underlights.
and extra keys.
The keys I'll throw in for free.
Can we get lanterns
Right.
put underneath?
Guys in blue.
Just chuck a bit of copper shaving in
Yeah,
there,
right.
blue underglow.
But no, that
Place for
sounds
the Twilight
fantastic.
Fireflies.
Alright.
Oh shit.
We will probably be by tomorrow morning.
Excellent. We'll have it done. I'll have it a rush job, and it'll be all ready and set for when you want to go.
Fantastic.
Now-
Thank you so much.
It does need a name for the registration. You don't have to tell me now. I can fill it out at the last minute whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well,
That's
team.
the rest of the
If you
night is
want-
coming up with this name.
I can leave it blank, and as long as you get it filled in before the next town, you should be fine.
Oscar Mayer Wiener.
That doesn't fit. It's
The
too many
Dragonfly.
characters. The dragon.
Is this a...
Pulled by a moose.
And
The
you
wagon.
said, you said
Okay,
the
no, I was
blue.
gonna say, is this a name for the wagon or a name for the people getting the wagon?
No, it's the name for the wagon.
Name of the
Okay.
way. They're gonna paint it on the side like ship and throw a bile at it.
The wagon.
Okay,
what they're gonna
I'm,
do.
I'm
Alex
gonna
likes things that
hand
are
the
named.
gold ahead
I
of
like
time.
things that are named.
just hand him by gold ahead of time.
Perfectly fine.
But
Okay
then
with the
we
dragonfly?
will think on the name.
Excellent.
I'm also totally okay with the dragonfly.
I like Dragonfly.
Dragon Price.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're back with the name.
The dragon wall.
Good name. Good name. I'll have it on the paperwork, and I'll throw it on the site for free if
Now
you
we
like.
just need to name the mantis.
Fantastic.
There you go.
The dragonfly.
Not knowing that
Gus.
I have to name this anyway. Go ahead. I have to paint something in.
It's one of those things that when we get to the right name, you'll know.
Still kind of feeling Argus.
Argus
Be-
will work.
What is this? What's
It
this?
has
We're
like
naming the mantis.
The R
Oh,
and
okay.
Darwin likes Argus, so
Darwin's a pirate. Confirmed.
Pirate Lich.
I'm gonna go with Argus. Welcome to the team, Argus.
Just cheers at you.
Argus, I love you.
Argus, it
It's
is.
canon now. That's what Argus sounds
Funny
like.
thing is, most of you can't see him unless he's moving.
So we just hear disembodied.
We just,
Yeah.
we just,
Perception.
like, your spine
Oh,
just
shit.
starts
Yeah, what's that?
clattering.
14.
The horser is
No.
very concerned.
That's better. That's, you know.
Did you just say the horse?
What is the passive perception
I
needed
called him
to
a
see
horser.
that? Can anyone do it except Darwin?
Right now, no. He's
Okay.
got a passive of 20. Sorry, his passive stealth is 20. Because he's camouflaged and stuff like that. He's functionally
it.
invisible and gets an, like,
That's
advantage.
fine. I was just curious.
It's 20. You need to beat 20. To see it without it moving. If it's moving, it's 15.
Okay, so it moves.
If it
I
moves,
still
I
can't
see
see
it.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Also, if it
moves,
just
anyone
moves in
open.
the open, where it's like,
Well, yeah.
it's
then
not
it's
hiding
not
anymore.
I also may, like, in towns, switch to the broader cloak, so that would probably make him easier to spot.
If he's on the cloak, if he's under the cloak, he makes
if
him
he's under the
harder
If
to
he's
sight.
in your ribcage, no one sees him.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
He's real spindly. He kind of
Yeah.
just goes around you.
Can you imagine Darwin in combat? Somebody gets too close to him, and out from his chest pops 2 fucking scythes.
Yes!
Does 1 damage.
Argus is gonna grow up
That's
big
enough
and
to
strong.
scare the shit out of someone. Though.
It's scary. It's not effective. Roll a wisdom save against being frightened.
Freaking necromorph, what?
Can we power up Argus so that he has to make people make with.
In
Not
lore.
Not us, our enemies.
Argus is an Argus. That is it.
We
We also will get to the point eventually where I'm just like, bees!
we need to start giving Argus all of our magical items so he can get stronger.
He still only has 3 attunement slots.
You don't know that.
No, I did. That's how characters work in this game.
Yeah, we'll go to Argus.
Argus isn't a character. Argus is an NPC.
Argus is character now. Ask Alex. Every NPC has character levels.
Can I take an attunement slot instead of
Everyone you meet.
Yeah,
I-
you met Argus.
No, I just realized, like,
You've also met harmless cats and dogs.
2 years from now, Argus is gonna pop up. He's an archdruid. He's just been here the whole time.
No, I got plans for Argus. They're very short and tiny, but they're gonna be there.
That's actually.
I think he's calling for Argus's death.
As long as
No,
you
I
don't
love
use an
Argus.
incarnate.
Okay.
Don't use
He's
an
not an
incarnate.
like-
druid.
Yeah.
I have plans for Argus. It's short.
Oh yeah, it's just
Dude,
like,
come
hey,
on.
guess what? Some
It's
people
gotta-
are complicated. He's a bug. Sometimes a mantis is a mantis.
No, I just realized like the
Okay,
Sellerman was just like, man, I'm getting these guys have had everything. This is a wonderful deal. And literally, we spent more earlier today paying off half of a rock.
Damn. Yeah, you're totally right.
This is still a good date for him.
That's why Sparky was so okay with getting all the upgrades.
Yeah.
Have I finished some of
Oh god, yeah,
Yeah,
you've
by
been
now,
done.
by now, Roger.
Wong!
His Bertoline is there. Bertoline? Bridling.
Myrtle.
Oh, also, I have proficiency in land vehicles because of my background.
That's
Cool.
really
neat.
good.
You can
That's neat.
drive.
Yep. That
Well,
actually does
actually, I
help.
think
in
Roger is driving.
Proficiency with land vehicles is actually will still be beneficial, even though he is a smart moose, which he is. He is a
He's a
legit-
smart
very
moose
smart.
who magically obeys and
He's
communicates
still
with
not
you.
totally capable of making critical decisions like the swerve off the.
There's stuff
That's
like
true,
that.
yeah.
Plus, the driver sits at an advantage position. He
Yeah.
can see more.
All right, so back drop.
Easily done. The barding that comes with him, you see that now you were thinking like, hey, this is for a wagon. He has extra barding on that's just hanging in kind of like a holding position.
Oh man.
That so if you would back him up, the straps to connect him to the wagon are already there.
Cool. Good job.
Sweet.
But if you've summoned him before this, those extra stuff wasn't there because you did
Ah,
Roger's so
Moose
cool.
It
alright,
is,
cool. How much did we spend for the cart?
95.
$95. 95 gold.
Gold. You have a moose. You have a mantis. We need pets.
Oh, I'm already working on I want Find Familiar. I don't know how
I'm already
gonna
working
get
on
it,
Cobalt Trend.
Everyone gets.
but I'm getting Find Familiar.
I mean, he has his answer.
You're not pet.
I plan on taking
I'm
this
sorry.
retro pass.
This was out of canon!
I mean, I could find a magical ad. I've been
Well,
looking at the
Sparky's
servers.
also on the lookout for a Ethereum scroll of Find Familiar.
Oh, okay.
Also.
That's not out of the question.
Yeah,
That would
that's
be an
also
Ethereum
not
scroll.
permanent.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Which is the issue.
Well, if you take Ritual Caster, you can also then wear it down.
Right, yeah.
It would be huge for us.
But yeah, Ethereum scrolls. You know this by this now. Like, think utility spells.
Yeah.
Think low-level utility spells. Find Familiar is definitely going to be among them.
Sending is probably the highest level.
Super
spell.
neither one.
Yeah.
It's actually probably the most common one, oddly.
Yeah.
Mending looks a little bit different in my world. It's just more useful. It's more than just like that's a crack. That you can mend that.
It's
Like,
no longer a crack.
yeah, if your wheel broke down, mending could like bend the wood back into place and like as long as it really has enough material or you put enough similar good enough material.
Yeah.
Like, you get some flexibility with mending. in my
Anyway.
world.
We buy a wagon, we make a moose, we name a bug.
By this point, it's
Done.
easily 7 p.m.
At by all.
Woo! Woo!
You guys go
Dinner.
back to the lodge for dinner.
Oh yeah, we have to go get a new room too.
You want me to go get rooms?
Yes, please.
Right.
This is not the right one.
Try to get the same one so I don't get confused. If you
Okay.
don't, that's fine.
I'll go get rooms.
You know what day it is?
Friday.
Thursday.
Friday.
No, shit, yeah, it is Friday now.
It's Friday, July 21st.
You go up.
It's also November 12th.
Fuck. Can I name the person at the
No, we
door?
skipped 2 days.
Oh, yeah, now it is.
It's
yes.
Saturday.
It's now Saturday.
Oh shit. Okay. That's good.
Because you're right, we did skip. Yeah, because we had the communal, then we had a downtime day, and then we had another downtime day.
Is that today?
Yeah.
Today, fundamentally, was
That was
downtime.
basically down.
By our
was
checkout
good.
day is Saturday.
Yeah.
You're right.
It was the slice of life.
Yeah, we were busy today, but it was functionally downtime.
So it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Did I ever name the girls at the counter?
Yes.
Actually, I don't think you named them. They were just generic half.
There were 2 halflings and a human.
You did not name all of them. You might have named one of them.
Okay, we're gonna go with the human. It was unnamed. She's now named Melody. Melody with an A. Hi, how can I help you?
Howdy. I need some rooms.
How many?
Yeah, after like 2 beds in a room.
We can hang up.
4 doubles. Preferably these ones if they're available, and Tanner will list whatever rooms we.
I rolled high enough. Yeah, those are still available. We have a lot of people coming in, but
We only need them for the night.
okay, that works out actually. They're. I should have just had this open. They're goldenite.
All right, done.
Nope, 4 gold total.
Oh, you're.
Oh, sorry.
That's fair.
But yeah, she hands you back some familiar looking keys.
Yep, that brings them back to the group. I hand Sparky his.
Yep.
And the others out. Anyone want to change roommates or have any hankerings for
Key
something?
party, I understand. Oh, sorry, none of you know what a key party is?
No.
It's a 70s, it's a swingers thing.
We were all not born.
It's a key party is when you
I now
official-
know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
You
but
were born
Yeah, I
already.
can guess
Yeah.
what a key party is now that you've said swingers.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Standing
we
by
have a
that,
key
too.
party.
Yep.
No, we don't. We
No.
take the same rooms.
Good.
I don't know
I was
what
gonna
my
say,
roommate
they
was.
definitely take the same rooms.
the world's most boring key
You might not
party.
have one.
Because I know for a while I insisted on not having a roommate
Yeah, for reasons.
for reasons.
For
Well,
reasons.
there was a time you and I roomed. It was like for
Might have been.
one night.
Your room's
Then-
Argus.
Roommates, I guess.
Tuck the baby in.
I'm not paying extra for Argus.
No, just already 2 beds now.
I know. I was just making a comment.
Actually, in D&D world, you pay by the room, not by the person.
Yeah.
Good.
Which, by the way, in real life, sometimes you pay by the person because fuck you.
Yeah.
And stuff like
Depends
that.
though,
Yep.
and what you're doing.
And sometimes you pay by the person if you're over a certain number, and
Yeah.
that just gets
Anyway,
sneak people in.
if nobody cares, we probably just room as we've been rooming.
Okay, fine.
Unless Darwin's starting to feel.
Argus.
You guys
Darwin's
take
starting a new party with his bug.
you guys take a night.
It's the bug.
Bed by 10 probably or something like that.
Yeah, sure.
With a meal and stuff like that. You guys get up. You've had breakfast up, ready, and like all packed up and paid out by 8 a.m. tomorrow, and that's where we'll start.
Wahoo.
Sounds good.
Sunday, dry something.
Don't let me forget
July
to
23rd.
25th.
talk person.
I have a new sheet for
Or
tweak.
the baby.
I can. Make sure you have everything you need before you leave. Well, I guess you can turn around and come back, but just for your own
Leave.
sanity.
10 minutes later, come back.
Shit, we forgot something.
Wait, food.
I plan to run my errand that morning.
Okay.
Same.
Cool.
We have vastly different errands.
I was gonna say you have an errand, but nobody else knows about it.
Yep.
He does.
Yes, he remembers.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention.
It happened at the table, so I'll let you know.
It happened at the yeah.
Tanner
It's the
left
thing
something
Tanner
with,
left at Cantus's.
and you noticed.
You saw it happen because you were last out of the
Oh.
room and your passive perception is stupid.
Right. Did that?
That's
It
wrapping
didn't
up.
come up.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
we left town for 3 days.
Okay.
4 days. We left town for 4 days. 3 of which were at the Druids.
Which actually helps me a lot because it explains the time he
There's
needs.
some jerky left over.
I'm missing the context for that coming up now, if there was any.
That's-
It's a last thing you need to do before you leave.
Okay.
Or that Tanner needs.
If Tanner wants it back.
I was busy deciding what class all of my bugs would be.
In Bug Party.
Yeah.
What's the mantis?
It'll better be.
Oh.
It's a monk, 'cause
That-
that's
yeah.
the joke.
No, Frank gets to be the bard.
Yeah, that's what I have. Frank is the bard.
Did I confuse him? I might have confused him.
Yeah, Berthold's the trouble.
Frank's the talking bug.
Okay, yeah, no.
Bertold is the ornery one who starts shit, so I made him the barbarian.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
yeah!
had
Who's the rogue? If you have one.
I feel like that's Jill.
Okay.
Jill's the polite one, but like if someone starts
Fucking
shit,
stab you.
which is Bertold,
Who's the
she's the
magic
one who
user?
stops it
Oh no.
by like taking both of the fighters out.
That sounds like a paladin.
Oh yeah, actually that's
Barbarian.
paladin.
Yeah.
Jill,
Who's
you're a
your
paladin.
magic user and what class are they?
Jill, and he's a paladin.
Just like in the event that we have a TPK and need to scale this down to
Yeah.
Who literally
Grounded.
bugs.
People, remember,
The one I
if
have
you've
left
gotten cards, keep them in places that you can access, or leave them here. If you would like to leave them here, sticky notes.
This will get chewed to crap inside of
I was gonna say,
my
Put
break-
your name on
satchel.
top of that and put
Yep.
it on the back side, because I don't necessarily want to know what you have.
Yep. Alrighty.
I'm gonna